Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. How is everybody doing this evening? Good to have everybody out in the skies. Why am I not surprised that Odin is behind already? So thank y'all so much for the well wishes, guys. So yeah, my wife is not feeling very well, but she is in bed and she has her phone. So if she needs anything at any point, I will put a pause on the screen to go take care of her. But it's one of those things where when my wife's sick, there isn't really a lot that I can do because she likes to be alone except when she needs me, and it always just goes back and forth. So that's the update on that. But thank y'all so much for the well wishes, everybody. What's up? Mr. Peabody's here. Tina, Adam Shawhan, what's up? Mechanical Warfare is here. Hyperin is here. Mex is here. What the hell is that on your shirt? That's Soilo right there. That's Soilo right there, man. That's what that is. And, boom, there we go. It's been our lucky charm so far. Let's see, you take good care of Freya. I will do my best. I will do my very best. Dave Bob Soilo in Solo. A Soy War story. Yes, Soy Love. How's Freya? Says Hound 3000. What is up, Hound? She is fine. She's laying in bed. So hopefully she feels better. But again, she will text me if she needs anything, because as I said, when my wife's sick, it can also, as you can tell, as you can tell, my puppies are in the room tonight to try and get them out of her hair. But anyway, that's what happens when she's sick, is that, like, I try and help and there's nothing that I can do because obviously I can't make her feel better and she just likes to be left alone. So if she needs me to get her anything, though, I have my phone. So yeah. All right, but also, guys, I just want to say thank y'all so much for showing support and love to her. She's very, very thankful. She really wishes that she could be on the stream tonight because she was very excited about that people actually wanted to see her on the screen. So that is going to have to be postponed for a little bit, but thank y'all so much for the well wishes. I appreciate it. Mr. Peabody says, still couldn't get a light bulb. I had meetings all day. I did not have time to go to the store and get a light bulb. I can get one. I just haven't gotten one yet. Mex says, oh, thank God. I was afraid you had turned to the dork side and was wearing a Kylo shirt. Nope, just an EVS shirt. Mechanical Warfare, how you doing today? I'm doing fine, Mechanical. Also, thank you so much. Well, calm down. Hey. Calm down. Calm down. Stop biting the futon. You're a menace. You're a menace to society. No, so I love EVS. So, and as far as Mechanical Warfare goes, thank you so much, man, for all the offers. My wife is very, very excited about taking vacation. We take Mardi Gras because we both work at a school. We get the entire week of Mardi Gras off here, so that would actually be a perfect time for us to travel. So thank you so much, and I will hit you up with more details on that once she decides. Happy puppies, says Adam. Yes, indeed. Happy menacing puppies. Hyman says, hope she gets well, Odin. Just wanted to sincerely apologize if I dragged out your time and made things complicated with the email last night. Hyper, not at all, dude. Like, it's no problem at all. Again, I don't get bothered by those kinds of things because, yeah, I'm kind of an easygoing person. So, nope, you were not bothering me. You did not annoy me, and I'm happy that we were able to figure it out. And also, I have all the prizes ready to go. So, I just got my shipping packages in yesterday, and I just finished the last of my Despecialized Edition Blu-rays. This is actually Adam's, so this one is signed since you asked me. And I have Ted Full Metal Jacket for the two people that asked for those. And yeah, somebody says porgs are life. Smash the like button, please. Also, guys, please tag me in the post. Either put Odin at the very beginning or put the @Odin's Movie Blog, just that way I know you want me to read your chat, just in case the chat gets out of hand at any point. Mex says, I hope you can understand. All right, I hope you can understand my concern. A Kylo shirt will be the first step down the path of Reylo shipping, and at that point, we would have to destroy you to stop the plague. Yes, Mex. Yes, embrace the darkness. Miss P.I. says, Riffer and Willow are recording their greatest hits album. I really feel like someone could probably make a compilation of all the times that my puppies have, like, made crazy sounds. Jedi Starship is here. Breathe to Breathe 3 is here. Johnny 5 is alive and has returned. What is up, Johnny 5? Hello. Mechanical Warfare says, is your heart ready for another Sensei 500 tonight? Get them tear ducts ready. Hey, I have no idea if he's even here tonight, man. But I don't think I could handle that because my voice is still like, I'm still not over everything that, guys, last night was insanity. Like, I never thought that would ever happen, and I have no idea when or if it would ever happen again. But yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, Sensei was on fire last night, as was like everyone in the chat too. Just with your, your well wishes and your donations, everything. So yeah, this has been fantastic. Like, I could not believe it. Like, when my wife finally woke up this morning, she was like, oh my God. Dave Bob, what's up? Did you hear Dave Bautista is threatening to quit Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because they may not use gun script? Yeah, I heard about that. And yeah, I mean, that's on him, and I think that would be a stupid career move on his part. I think for him to leave that film would be awful, but also I think the film could go on without him. Again, I love Drax. I love what Dave Bautista did with that role. I really like what James Gunn did with the whole franchise. I thought he was very clever in his acting choices, and some of the things he decided to do, and also he was apparently using a lot of improv on set too. Like, the whole Why is Gamora thing was apparently improv. So I mean, it would be really sad to see him not in the film, but the film can go on without him because the film is not about Drax, it's about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And if he's going to step out of it, I think that they could go on and just write him out of the script personally. But yeah, I honestly don't think that it's going to end up happening, because I think Dave understands that if he leaves the film and no one else follows suit, or no one threatens to follow suit, then he is just throwing his career away at that point. And I don't think he's that stupid, because, guys, at the end of the day, these actors, they know, oh, wait a minute, I still need to make money. And also, to me, that's not really the moral high ground to defend someone who said disgusting statements. I don't think that's enough to make someone leave or put their job at jeopardy. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that one. Greta, good evening, anyone. Just had a delicious snowball. Nice, Greta. If you've never had snowballs before, they're kind of like snow cones, only different because they're southern. But they're very, very good. They're very delicious. Adam Shahan says, did you show Mrs. Odin the stuffing from dogs last night? Yeah, I did. So I told her about it, and she was like, oh, good Lord. Yeah, so that was... Now they're eating the futon again. It's fine. It's just wood. It's not as much of a mess. But yeah, so I did, and she, of course, was like, oh, of course they did. Of course, they can't be left alone. They really can't. Ewoks are life, says Johnny 5. Donald Hudson says, did you hear the Star Trek is dead? Doomcock is doing 2 live streams to mourn the loss. I did see that Doomcock was live, and I saw that it was RIP Star Trek, so I thought that was interesting. I thought it was really interesting to see his take on that. And yeah, I mean, from what I hear about the new Star Trek, I hear it's not very good. I hear that it's dreadfully bad. And of course, there's the news that, Patrick Stewart's coming back as Picard, and now everyone's worried, oh God, if this same team gets in charge or gets a hand on his character, they're just going to ruin it. And yeah, I mean, so I definitely do think that Star Trek is in jeopardy, but the movies at least are doing okay. I think the movies are doing fine. Stormtrooper Babe, what's up, Stormtrooper Babe? Popped in to say, hey, I got overheated inside at my home, 92 degrees. Oh my God. Had to move out with my 4 cats yesterday and staying at a friend's empty apartment till I'm well. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Stormtrooper Babe. I really hope that you get well. Oh, that's miserable. That's miserable. Stormtrooper Babe, if you don't mind me asking, what part of the country are you in? Because 92 degrees is really hot, but like I want to kind of know, like, like, is it like, were you like in crazy humidity? Was it dry heat? I mean, still, I feel so bad. Like, I'm so sorry. Feel well soon, Stormtrooper Babe, because I know that that's awful. And I hope your cats are okay too. Poor kitty. Hybrid says, managed to survive hell today, school. Let's hope things get fast and finishes quickly for the holiday. Man, you're already looking forward to the holiday? Yeah, so my meetings were fine. I was dead tired. I will say I was dead tired because of the marathon that we had last night, like the 3.5-hour stream that we ended up doing last night because Sensei was just dropping those bombs. But yeah, it was hard for me to get through the day. I will say that. I was like, man, I wish I could have stayed on that stream longer, and then I didn't have to worry about anything. But also, as soon as I got to bed, my wife got sick, and so I was up for like another couple hours. So yeah, I was very, very tired. But I got a little nap in today, so I'm feeling better. Super says, got an ad from the Slender Man movie before your stream. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much of a train wreck do you think it's going to be? Oh, I haven't seen any of the promos for it. I've seen the poster, and that's it. I remember the game, and the game scared the crap out of me. I never played it, but I watched people play it because that's just what I do. And it was terrifying to me. So that's one of those things where I honestly don't know how to feel about it. But based on what I'm hearing, everyone says that it looks really bad. Like, that's not going to be very good. And also, like, why are they adapting it into a movie anyway? Because of the story that it's based off of. So it could be a giant train wreck for sure. I think that there's definitely a lot to say for that. Stephanie says, I'm sorry, your Freya is... Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, she's she's laying in bed. Again, there's really not... Unfortunately, when she's sick, there's not a whole lot I can do. Like, because you would think like, oh, you know, to be there for support, but then she likes to be alone during those times. So it's just like, all I can do is be ready at the phone for when she might need me to go grab her something or anything like that. So I'll keep y'all posted if anything changes though. And thank you. I appreciate that. Adam Shawhan says, I mentioned to Jeremy on Geeks and Gamers that you got broke, but in a good way, and he talked about you for a bit. Yeah, I watched most of his stream today, so I wasn't active in the chat the entire time, but I did have his stream on for a good, like, hour and a half or so, and so he talked about me a couple times, and so it was really awesome. I mean, yeah, he mentioned he mentioned how he had heard about the super chats last night. So yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. I just, you know, as I said last night, I just never thought I would be in that position for people to, you know, be donating to me in that way, and also of course to be a part of the Geeks and Gamers team and all that stuff. And it's just the love that I get, not only for the videos, but also even like when I show up in the live chats, the fact that there are people, like especially a lot of you, who will just be like, hey man, what's up, Owen? What's up, Owen? And it's just like, I never thought that would ever happen. So yeah, it's been awesome, and Jeremy's fantastic. He's great. Hyman says, this ended up randomly in my mind. Odin, do you have a favorite improvised act by an actor? So there's a couple that come to mind. One of them, and I always forget the movie that it is, but I believe it's Dustin Hoffman. Greta, since she caught me last night, who she knows that I get two people very confused. I get Dustin Hoffman and Al Pacino mixed up for some reason all the time. So I would say it was Dustin Hoffman when he almost got hit by the cab in real life, and then he hits the cab. He's like, I'm walking here. I love that one. I would say that's probably my favorite. But there's also some movies too, like, I like the Before series, Before Sunset, Before Sunrise, because most of that film is improvised, and it's done really well. So I do like those. But as far as like a singular moment goes, I think that one was one for sure. Mechanical Warfare says, soy Trek diversity. Sounds like it for sure. STD. Meg says, makes you wonder what exactly Gunn has on Batista that would make the man support him after the skeleton in his closet were put on display on the public. Yeah, I mean, it could be that, but honestly, when it comes down to it, I think that because, you know, Batista was not very big in Hollywood until the first Guardians, he just might feel like he owes a lot to him. Like, keep in mind, like, when you work on a movie like that, you're going to become very close to not only your cast, but also your crew and your directors. So I can understand why he would have that sense of, you know, dedication. You know, that he would have that sense. Also, Mex, I just got your email, so I'm going to respond to it after. So I think that it makes sense that he would have that sense of dedication and loyalty to James Gunn. So that might be the reason why. I mean, it could be a lot of different things, but I wouldn't go off to say that he has anything on him at this point. Could it be revealed at some point? Maybe. Could be. I mean, obviously anything, especially in Hollywood, anything's possible, but I just don't think there's a whole lot of there quite yet. Stuart says, I'm sympathetic to Guardians of the Galaxy cast positions on Gunn, but at the same time, I don't get how they can't see the problem. Yeah, I do too. Like, that's just like, I respect them and I understand why they're defending their friend, but I don't understand why they can't say, I support him and I love him, but I do understand why Disney took the actions that they did because the comments were reprehensible. Like, to me, that's a perfect position to take. You're still supporting your friend, but you're also, you know, acknowledging the reality of the fact that what he said was just not defensible. Adam Sean says, fur babies can never be unattended or else they will do whatever they want and won't like it. Nope. And you won't like it at all. And that's right. Like, seriously, anytime that they're left alone, they will find any little thing that they shouldn't find and will destroy it. Tina, thanks for shouting out my Patreons. Yes, indeed, I'll be shouting them out a little bit later. Dave Bob says, hopefully CBS All Access dies before Star Trek does. Donald Hudson says, they're going to change Jean-Luc. They're placing him on the STD universe. Oh, they are placing it. So, because I haven't read much more about it other than he's coming back. So, is he going to be a part of Star Trek Discovery? Are they bringing his character back for that one? Because if that's the case, oh man, yeah, you're right. Star Trek is dead. Patrick Stewart even said his character will be completely different. It's like, why? Why do you have to change? Why is it like in Hollywood the trend is, let's bring characters back. Let's bring characters that people love, that people grew up with, that people fell in love with that particular character, and then let's just change it completely. Who in the right mind does that at that point? Like, seriously, it's just stupid. All right, let me just fix this real quick. All right. Adam Shahan says Star Trek STD is living up to its name STD. It's right. It's just annoying and it won't go away. Slide Jones is in the chat. What's up, Slide? How's it going? Johnny Five's off to bed already. No, it's probably late for you, Johnny Five, but thanks for stopping by, man. Johnny 5 deactivated. Stormtrooper Bay says, God bless you so much for caring and hope your wife gets well soon. I'm going to be getting a bigger evaporator cooler for my home. I don't have it. Oh, that's rough. Ooh, that's rough. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, I lived actually, the only time in my life I've ever lived without air conditioning, other than, of course, the times when like air conditioning goes out, was when I was living in California for about 9 months. But because the breeze off the coast is so nice, I was able to get through it pretty well. I can't imagine being in 90+ degree weather though without air conditioning. That just sounds miserable. So yeah, I'm so sorry you overheated, and I really hope that you get well soon. Hiram says, all those super chats will be lost in time like tears in the rain. I know, right? Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what was in the water last night that made everyone, especially Sensei, in such a giving mood. But yeah, I mean, to me, it was like this once in a lifetime thing. And you know what? If it's just once in a lifetime, that's totally fine by me, because it was just amazing. It was just so damn fantastic. Greta, Midnight Cowboy, thank you. So yeah, Midnight Cowboy, probably my favorite. Super says, considering Stewart's willingness to appear in the Emoji Movie, don't think it means much for Discovery. Seeing Picard will only hurt more and remind fans of what the show could have been. I agree. Like, seriously, like, if they are going to bring him back just to destroy the character that he once was, why? Like, at that point, you're just being spiteful. At that point, you're just trying to take a character that people love and destroy it. And I just do not understand why anyone in the right mind would do that, unless they're trying to, you know, basically subvert everyone's expectations. And also, as we always say, like with SJWs especially, they don't want to just express their opinion. They want to change society. They want to turn everything on its head and change everything. And by doing the way that they do that is by, oh man. Shenlong, dude, Shenlong just comes on in. Thank you so much for the $13.37 super chat, man. Thank you so much, dude. Shen just like comes in at random and then just drops the super chats. It's just amazing. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know what in the world they're going to be doing. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't think it's going to be good for his character, or it's going to be good for anything else either. So, sorry I got lost in the chats. All right, there we go. I'm back. Adam Giant says, Adam, there were 10 of us here 40 minutes before you were here. Yeah, I saw that. Like, I saw there were people chatting, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, I could not believe that there were so many people in here already. Like, and also, like, I was getting on, and it was like 18 people waiting. I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, and it means so much to me, guys. It really does. Adam Shahan says, told us be late. We had a blast. Sorry, Penny went down. Yeah, I mean, that's why I love my Valkyries too. And that's why I love this chat too, because even if I'm not here, and that's the reason why, like, I do this not just because of me being able to talk. It's because y'all also talk to each other. So I feel like even if I wasn't here, even if I couldn't do the stream tonight, I probably would have said, hey guys, just so you know, I'm going to leave the stream on. I'm going to leave the stream on, so that way y'all can at least talk to each other, because at least I know that y'all are going to be able to keep it up for sure. Alex G, what's up, man? Saw you on Geeks and Gamers earlier. Mech says, more like misplaced loyalty if that's the case. I agree. Donna says, I remember correctly, Midnight Cowboy was a guerrilla movie. They didn't have a permit to film in New York. Yeah, so that's why I love that moment, because it was just totally unscripted, and it was just so well done. Mech says, seems like they're all more afraid of the fact that they too could be held accountable for the past online activity and lose all their jobs. Yeah, it could be that they're trying to save their asses for that. I mean, it very well could be that. It's really hard to tell at this point, and that's why I think that as the year goes by, there might be more that's revealed over time. Sorry, I'm just checking back because I'm sure that they're like tearing apart everything. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, you know, in the future with all that stuff being revealed and what actually happens with it. But yeah. Hybrid says, the only character that has proved the only character that has approved on having good change, in my opinion, is Deckard. Well, and to me, like, they established Deckard very early on as having gone through, and they explained what he went through, how he was on the run, had a child, like all these other things. So to me, his character changes were justified because, one, it was a significantly long period of time, and two, they explained all the things that he went through to get to that point. So to me, that made a hell of a lot more sense than anything they did in any other film. So yeah, I agree. The 24/9 change was a very good change, and it wasn't even much of a change. It was an adaptation of the character. It's like there were still elements of the original Deckard there, but it's just obviously he went through a deep change, and they revealed that. Mechanical Warfare says, do you think that the freedom of the actors correcting George Lucas through suggestions in the original trilogy Star Wars is what made the 3 films so great? It could be. I mean, it seems like, based on what we've heard, that George Lucas was very open to hearing different people's opinions on it. And I definitely do think that as much as a director, should be in charge of a film, should be making the choices, when the director and the actors can work well together in that same way, I think that that just creates a better product, because it creates this sense of unification. It creates this sense of brotherhood and just, fraternity really on set. That I think is really important. I mean, between actors and actresses especially, I feel like that makes a better film overall. So I think you definitely have a point there. Stormtrooper says, and everyone, I won't be around for a few days till I get better and move back home after I get a much bigger cooler put in. Used to have 2 coolers and the big one went out. That's so, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stormtrooper Babe. Yeah, I mean, please keep us posted on that, Stormtrooper Babe. I hope that everything happens quickly, and I hope that you feel better soon, because that sucks. COD says, was afraid of that kind of move from Patrick Stewart. Knew it was going to be bad, but based on the SCD, is going to be worse. Exactly. But, also, too, seeing the fact that he did play a role in the Emoji Movie, which is many consider to be one of the worst animated films of all time, it's not surprising that he would choose a terrible part in a terrible show. Meg says, did you check out the beginning of the chat? A little bit. I saw a lot of people just showing love and support for Freya. I don't really remember much else, but if there's something that I missed, please repost it. Alexander says, what's up, Christian Norse God? I know, right? I'm a Christian Catholic Norse God. Super says, why bring characters back just to make them totally different? Simple. So critics can have their expectations subverted. Critics love that crap. I agree. And I feel like sometimes filmmakers make films so that critics can be happy. But also, too, as I said before, they're trying to turn everything on its head. They're trying to turn society, culture, everything on its head. And they think that by doing that they're going to change somebody's mind. But in reality, all they're doing is pissing a bunch of people off and, affecting their bottom line and the studio's bottom line on top of that. Sorry, my chat. Why does my chat jump? I thought we had all this stuff fixed. Alexander L, damn you. Arya and Jamie for life. Alexander, stop doing that. Shenlong, thank you again for that $13.37 donation. I don't know what that's a reference to, but that's awesome, man. Thank you. And also enjoy that digital cookie, Shen. Mex says, so in other words, SCD is following the mucus film formula. It seems like it, Mex. You're absolutely right about that. And if they do that, just look what's going on with Lucasfilm right now. Like, look at what Solo did. Look at how much money Solo lost. Look at how terrible the state of Star Wars is right now as far as the fandom is concerned. The Rubes, what's up, the Rubes? So will you be watching Exorcist, Chainsaw Massacre, or original Amityville? Based on everyone's recommendations, it will likely be The Exorcist. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I will be watching The Exorcist at some point in the very near future. And oh boy, it is going to be insane. Adam Shawhan says, that's the new thing, kill the old loved characters and franchises. We love exactly. So that way they can create this new world that no one's asking for, just so that they can appease their own base, which is a very small group that actually don't even go see movies on a regular basis or pay for, merchandise and anything like that. Pokefan, what's up, Pokefan? Alexander says, I have an idea, oh god, for an idea of Game of Thrones Dothraki versus Lannister battle with Jeremy as Jaime Lannister and Ethan Van Sciver as Bronn, Kathleen Kennedy as Daenerys on Mickey Mouse Dragon. That just sounds all kinds of creepy. Alexander, don't go any further into that logic, because that just sounds disturbing, and I don't want to know any more about it. Keep your stupid comments in your pocket. No, I'm kidding, man. You're awesome. But those comments, sometimes they disturb me. Neil Coolin, what's up, Neil? Mr. Odin, glad you're on. This is getting better than modern TV. Well, thank you, Neil. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Yeah. Modern TV has just fallen down. That's why I don't really watch a whole lot of modern TV anymore. Like, there's a few shows that I'll watch, but I almost never watch shows live anymore. I usually watch them in demand. I'm a huge wrestling fan. That's why if you see me on Geeks and Gamers, I do a lot of the wrestling. I've done a couple of wrestling shows for them, so I'm gonna be catching up with that at some point, but I don't watch it live. Mex says, we pretty much have to talk to one another because you can't keep up with this. Yeah, pretty much. You're exactly right about that, Mex. Adam Shawhan says, yes, sir. We would have chatted with you. We had pork recipes and fun. Oh, man. Y'all keep throwing out those pork recipes, man. Jedi Starter says, Patrick Stewart is having his own show that is separate from Discovery. Oh, well, thank you for the clarification, Jedi. But yeah, if it's by the same crew or connected to the same crew by any means, I think we could definitely be worried that they might be taking it in a very different direction. Hyman says, they need to make a documentary about the Ugandan knuckles species for Nat Geo Wild. Guaranteed they will know the way. They will know the way. Do you know the way? I will show you the way. Do you know the way? Seriously? Alright, so River was chewing on my futon. And now she switched to chewing on my table. And when I put toys in here, they ignore them because they would rather chew everything else. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Hey. Don Hudson says, I come for you. I stay for the chat with wonderful people. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But do you know the way? Zuber says, oh, did you get a chance to check out Grace Randolph's video on Bautista versus Disney today? No, I did not. It went into a super interesting discussion about brand loyalty worth a watch. Okay, I haven't seen it. Super. If you could link me to that so that way I can check it out after the stream. I would appreciate that very much. Hyman says, are you kidding me? Patrick Stewart as the poo emoji is the best performance since Heath Ledger's Joker? Hyper, you're wrong, man. No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. That movie was total hot garbage. Lost Order says, Odin, why is Sir Patrick Stewart helping to kill Star Trek? I don't know, man. Probably for the paycheck. I mean, why do you think he did the Emoji Movie? He did it because he got a paycheck for it. I mean, let's just be honest here. And I mean, you can understand why. You can understand why that's the case. Mechanical Warfare says, your chat jumps because YouTube wants to troll. Yeah, YouTube sucks. YouTube hates me so much, and that's why. So, guys, y'all know, like all the crazy super chats we got the other night. YouTube, and this is the reason, also, I said this on my Twitter earlier, like, the reason why I shout out my Streamlabs link all the time is because, so, by the end of the chat last night, sorry, my dogs are eating something. Seriously, stop. So, by the end of the chat last night, just from Sensei, he had donated $480. So $480. Shawhan had donated $50. Greta donated $10. So by the end of it, like $560 or so was donated. And after YouTube took its cut, it went down to like $400. So like the reason why I promote Streamlabs a lot is because a lot of that super chat money goes to support YouTube, which has just been sucking so much lately. And it's like, I appreciate the donation because it does, like, everything that I got goes to the channel and goes to help the channel grow. But so much of it is taken out because YouTube just sucks. And so the reason why I promote my Streamlabs link is because PayPal does take a cut, but it's a lot smaller cut than what YouTube takes. And also, with YouTube, you have to wait like a month before you can get anything. When with the Streamlabs link, since it's through PayPal, I get it instantly. And also too, you still get your notification, like you still get a message that pops up. I still read it. So like I know that some people do that. Some people donate because they want, they want their name on the screen. You can still have that if you go through Streamlabs. But yeah, I mean, if you want to support the channel, consider going through Streamlabs instead, because YouTube is just Satan incarnate. And yeah, Stephanie at 8:35, so 5 minutes ago, she posted a link to my Streamlabs. So if you want to play around with that, have fun with it, that is an alternative to you for you. Darth Scipio, what's up, Darth Scipio? Mex says, Jamie Arya only makes sense if it's a threesome with Needle. No, Mex, no, don't go down that road, man. Please don't go that road. Don't go down that road. Super says, I think Shenlong's super chat is reference to L337. Oh, I get it. I see it now. L3... Dude, Shenlong, that's awesome. Oh, you troll. He always does that too. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him like put in the chat except, when can I super chat? Oh, I can super chat now. And then he just sends random super chats. So thank you, Shenlong. I appreciate it, man. You're awesome. Shinphil, what's up, man? Part 1. I dare say SJWs are a cancer that appear in countries that have been prosperous for a long time. Seems to make sense to me. Mr. P.I. says, The Exorcist isn't scary, it's just disturbing. All right, it might not be scary to you, but for me, it would be disturbing and scary at the same time. Pin drop, thanks for the super chat. But then we don't get to send super fun super chats. No, but like you can still send me a message. So on Streamlabs, when you donate, you can put a message in there. So it works the same thing, and you get the gift that pops up. All that is the same. The only thing that doesn't happen is in the actual chat box, nothing pops up. But because it's through Streamlabs, you get the message that pops up, and I get the message pops up too. So it's the exact same, except it's not through YouTube, and it doesn't show up lit in the actual chat box itself. That's the only major difference between the two. But thank you, Pin Drop. I appreciate it. Enjoy your digital cookie. But no, Mr. Peabody, I would be scared and disturbed, and so it's gonna be me. And I promised y'all that I would watch it with like no lights on, so I'm going to be freaking the hell out the entire time for your amusement. Don Hudson says, "Damn it, man! Damn it, man. I'm a doctor, not an SJW. She's dead, Jim. I will say that's one of my favorite casting choices for the new Star Trek is Carl Urban. Carl Urban makes a great, oh my God, I love him. He's so great. Mechanical Warfare says, did you watch the movie It? Do you like popcorn? I do like popcorn. Popcorn is fantastic. I have not seen the new It. I saw the original, which scared the bejesus out of me, and the new one just looked even more terrifying. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch that. Maybe that's in the running. Should it be between It and The Exorcist? Let me know. Would you rather me watch In the Dark It, the new It, or The Exorcist? Both are films I've avoided because they look terrifying. But I'll let y'all decide. Shinville says SJWs lived in countries that you had to fight every day to put food on the table. Political message would be low on priority list. Good point. That's a good point. McKenna Warfare says Odin the dancing god, play on Pennywise the dancing clown. I got it. Donald Hudson's got the Shirley Temple. I had my first Shirley Temple like a week and a half ago, and it was delicious. I'd never had one before in my entire life, and it was so good. Jason Clark, what's up, man? Hey, what are you doing? Stop eating my table. You're a menace. Stop. Stop. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. Oh, and look at that. See, this is why you don't super chat on YouTube. This is why. Nickel Nickel Noodles, thank you for the $5.30. That's just ridiculous. The $5.37 super chat. What's Streamlabs? Dude, my Valkyrie are posting the link all the time. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to be missing some chats. I'm going to be right back. I need to grab some spray real quick. Don't worry. It's not going to harm the dogs, but it's going to keep them from eating my table. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So this is called Bitter Apple, and it's actually meant to try and deter dogs from biting themselves, but they've pretty much stopped doing it at this point, so now we use it. Enough. Now we use it for discipline. It sometimes works. So I'll at least be able to spray when they try and bite the table that's right behind me. So sorry about that, guys. If you missed your chat, please post it again, and I will get to it. All right, so... yes, they eat tables now. All right, I'm going to Jason Clark. Jason Clark says The Exorcist. Jake M's in the chat. Exorcist is way scarier than the old or new It, so watch The Exorcist. All right, sounds like a good option. Sounds like a good option to me. So it sounds like Exorcist is going to be winning out. Spray? Yes, Spray. Urban as Dread. Dude, Urban as Dread was fantastic. The new Dread was so damn good. It was so, like, and to me, it was terribly marketed, but it was still a really, really great film. So yeah, Carl Urban is just a boss. Donna says, awesome, glad you like the Shirley Temple. Yeah, the Shirley Temple was fantastic. The Shirley Temple was just delicious. Pindrop says, Streamlabs for a new table. I know, right? Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, my Valkyrie will post the links to the Streamlabs. So literally you click on the link, you follow the instructions, you can put a message in there, you can donate to the channel, your name pops up, your nickname, whatever you want to put in there, and your message pops up. You get the fun little Thor GIF that will pop up too. So everything else is the same. It's just that YouTube doesn't get any of it, and less is taken out by PayPal. So it's an option though. Angel Butler says, Shirley Temple is a fancy way of saying cherry 7-Up. It's just so good, though. It's so delicious. Greta says, you'd probably enjoy the new It movie, so you should watch The Exorcist because it's much scarier. All right, well, if Greta says that, then I'll probably... All right, guys, so it's stop eating my table made my evening, says Neil. Well, I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it did. All right, but it sounds like The Exorcist is going to be the film I'm going to watch. I might try and plan that sometime this week. Once I know that that Freya's better, I think I'm going to plan that one night. Use vinegar. Yeah, so basically all this is, it just tastes like bitter apple. So it's safe because obviously it's meant to be that it's meant to be sprayed on there first. So obviously they expected the dogs to actually like chew on it, but it deters them because it tastes bitter. So it just doesn't taste good to them. So all we need to do is spray this like right in front of their nose. They get a whiff of it and then they're like, no, I'm sorry. Alex G, what's up, Alex G? Wow, man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Just watched Like Father on Netflix. Kelsey Grammer and Kristen Bell. It was okay. Do they make movies as an excuses to take vacations in cool places? Yeah, I've actually never seen Like Father, so I'm glad to hear that it's okay. So I probably won't spend time on it. But yeah, I think that they do. I mean, if you want to really have a great example of that, of actors taking roles that you normally would think, oh, they're never going to do that. Go look up Michael Caine in, was it Jaws 3 The Revenge? I think it's, yeah, Jaws 3 The Revenge. It's considered one of the worst movies of all time. In fact, the lead actress in the movie has some kind of psychological connection to the shark. That's where it goes. And Michael Caine did it, missed his Oscar, missed going to the Oscars in order to be able to do that film instead. So yeah, I definitely think that that's one of the main reasons why actors do that, is so that they can go travel. Sorry, man, my chat's now being stupid again. I hate YouTube. I hate it. That's why, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna share with y'all, guys. How would y'all feel if at some point I went through Twitch instead? I've never tried it before. I have known nothing about it. I could use Streamlabs still, so it'd still be the same setup. But how would y'all feel if I went through Twitch instead? Because as I hear, it's just a lot better platform that's a lot more friendly to creators. So let me know what y'all think. Either yes or no for Twitch. Again, it's not happening now. It probably wouldn't be permanent. I'd probably take the recording and put it on YouTube later. But YouTube is just causing so much damn problems with me right now. So please let me know. Again, I'm not a gamer, so that's why I'm not sure if it would be a good idea or not. But I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on that for sure. Let's see. All right. Jason Clark says, first time I watched Exorcist, I peed my pants. A little true story. Hey, Jason, that doesn't surprise me. I've heard it's like terrifying. I've heard it's absolutely terrifying. Mex says, cleaning up crap again. Luckily not yet. Luckily not yet at this point. Okay, now they're lying down, so hopefully we've gotten past. All right, guys, so let's just calm down. They're lying down. They're being really cute. I would show you, but then that would wake them up. So let's just hope that they've calmed down. Now that the spray's in the room, maybe they're going to calm down. They're being good puppies now. Dave Bob says, we need hyperspace RAM, the STD universe. You're right. Yes, if there's going to be a hyperspace RAM in anything, it should be for the STD universe. Super says, because the puppies are older now, would you ever take them for training? I did take them for training. They went through basic training, so we are waiting to bring them through to deeper training. But yes, we have considered that. We have indeed considered that. Jedi Starship's putting some porg recipes in there. Thank you all for shouting out, Tina and Steph. Thanks for shouting out the Streamlabs links. Again, if you want to try it out, just see what it's like, let me know. Neil, thank you so much. Canadian $3.04. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm money. You watch The Exorcist for your amusement. All right, Neil. Well, Neil's, I think, spoken. So it looks like The Exorcist is indeed going to be the film that I watch, and probably just like everyone else, it seems, pee my pants. Alex G, thank you again for that super chat, man. Alexander says, ask what your dog thinks of Arya and Jamie. Maybe I'll pay Ethan Van Sciver to make some fan art. Oh, God, no. Please do not. Mr. P.Y. says, are you sure all your furniture is made out of meat products? I know, right? Like, why are they chewing? Of all the things to chew on, my leg included in that, why are they choosing on inanimate objects made out of wood? I just don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense. Jaws 3D, Jaws 4, okay, so Jaws 4, The Revenge then. Oh, okay, 3D for the, okay, gotcha. Tina says, the joke about the Inhumans was that they got to film most of it in Hawaii, so they got a free vacation out of it. That makes a lot of sense, though. I mean, again, imagine you're an actor, and you're doing okay. You're offered a role for a Marvel product or for, you know, a major like superhero product, and they give you the script and you say, the script's not very good, but then they tell you, oh, you get to go on location in Hawaii or Iceland or, you know, an exotic location. if I was an actor, Greta might be able to back me up on this. I would go. I would go in a heartbeat. Because I would be getting paid for the work. Yeah, it might not look good, but then I would remember, oh, wait a minute, Michael Caine was in Jaws: Revenge, so I think I can survive. Mechanical Warfare says Dread or the newer Dread. The new Dread. The new Dread is amazing. If you've never seen the new Dread with Carl Urban, it's fantastic. Tina says a lot of YouTubers are starting to try Twitch now, especially the gamers. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for gamers. I feel like it's really set up specifically for gamers, which is why I'm dragging my feet on it a bit. But that's where I am on that. Super says Michael Caine was in Jaws for The Revenge. All right, thank you. I knew it was The Revenge. In an interview, he was quoted saying it was awful and that he never watched it, but he loved the house it bought him. Exactly. Like, he did it for a paycheck. He probably did it for the, traveling experience too. Pindrop says, I don't know about Twitch. I check my YouTube every hour or so. No? Okay, so that's a no from Pindrop. No from Super. Adam says Geeks Gamers has one. All right, I might have to look into it. Adam says Patreon too. Yeah, Patreon has a live stream. So, Adam, I got your recommendations. I think the one, so if you're a patron, guys, I think what I'm going to do is for anyone that is a $1 or more a month patron, I'm going to start doing, I'm not doing it yet, but I'm going to start doing a special, like, after stream, live stream just for you guys. So that way it's a little bit more intimate. I can answer any questions that you might have, just it's be a lot more specific to you especially. And yeah, I think that might be a really good option. And again, I might change that. Maybe I'll make it at a higher tier. I don't know. I'm still working those things out because I want to make it fair to everybody. And I want to make sure people think they're getting something out of it. Alexander says no. Dave Bob says never used it. Okay. Dave Bob, thank you so much for the 350. I got 350. So he used, see, look, he used Streamlabs. And look, it happens. Dave Bob, donation, tells the amount, and then has the message. So again, if you go through Streamlabs, the same things happen like in Super Chat, only YouTube doesn't get any of it, and more of it goes to me. And also I get a fun little notification saying, hey, you just made money from PayPal. And also, thank you so much, Dave Bob. I appreciate that. And he says, here's 350, watch The Exorcist. All right, so again, that's 2 people who've donated that said I should watch The Exorcist. So I think that's going to happen. I think that is what's going to happen. I'll have to let y'all know when I'm planning on that, because that's something I want people to know in advance. That way, if they want to get some popcorn and be ready to laugh at me for being terrified. Tina says, I think Anti-Trekker uses it. Ah, okay. I wouldn't bail the channel. Just my, yeah. Again, guys, like, if most people don't want to move there, I'm not going to move. Like, I'm never going to do something that people don't want me to do. Like, because again, I'm here for you guys. I'm here because I'm having fun, and I'm having fun with you guys. And if I move and I lose a lot of people can't move over with me, I'm just not going to do it. I'll put up with the nonsense of YouTube if it means that I get to keep hanging out with you guys. So that's my opinion on that. Wes Major says, I used Twitch for Dune Blook Cub. It was fine. Okay. Cool. Very, very cool. Don Hudson says, wait, are we going to Tora STD sneak attack? Yes, please smash that like button. Does not take long. Stormtrooper says, Odin, don't let anyone force you to watch scary movies you don't want to watch. They will disturb your mind in a bad way. No, yeah, I understand that, but also I'm in a good place in my life, so I think I would be okay. I think I would survive it, but no, like, I promised that I would watch. That was a recommendation that I put forward was, hey, how would y'all feel if I watched a scary movie that I'd be terrified of? And some people just like seeing others in sheer terror. Richie Rich, what's up, man, says, The Exorcist might be disturbing to a Catholic like yourself, but it won't make your spine shiver like Rosemary's Baby or The Haunting. Well, that's good to know. But yeah, it's definitely going to scare me for sure. That's why I've been avoiding it. Leno Carizian says, gotta watch scary movies, baby. Super says, when you do a stream for the movie, will you show the movie too, or just your reaction? I probably just show my reaction. What I'll do is, like, I'll put it out in advance, and I'll, like, make sure everyone's set up. And it's like, if you want to watch it with me, I'll say, all right, my timestamp's at 0 starting now, so that way you can watch the movie with me and know what I'm reacting to. Or at the very least, you can have it on mute and just see my reactions, etc. But the only reason why is because, then you get in trouble with the whole copyright thing. And it's like, it's not for monetization. It's just that I don't want to get a copyright strike, because I just don't want YouTube to, to take anything from me as far as, like, that's concerned. I don't want to get a strike for something that I can easily avoid, I feel. Mechanical Warfare says, Twitch rules are more specific regarding streams, but in the end, YouTube has way more movie-related graphics. Okay, all right, that's good to know. Thank you for that. Adam Strahan says, because dogs rule even when they are bad. I agree. I love dogs. Like, even when they're bad, like, they're still being so cute. Like, now one of mine, yeah, now my little black one, she's near my feet right now, and it's really cute. I love when she does that. It's just adorable. Greta says, I'd so take a role to go Hawaii. All right, so our resident actress, if y'all guys don't know, Greta is a member of SAG-AFTRA. So she is our resident actress, and so she would take a role if it meant that she got to go to Hawaii. No Twitch. All right, so guys, it sounds like most people do not want me to switch to Twitch, so it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to go to Twitch. I'll still keep it in the back of my mind. Maybe it'll be like a random thing, one thing that I do like, very, very rarely, but, I'll let y'all know about it. But for mainstreams, I'm going to stay on YouTube since it seems to be a lot easier for a lot of people. Thank the patrons. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me of that. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to pull up the other screen. Who's calling me? It's like, I don't know you. Don't call me. I don't know you. Not that one. All right, let's go back to chat while this is loading because it takes forever. Adam John says, everything you think you own in reality, you don't own it, and the dogs really own it, and you. Exactly. My dogs own me. Actually, I'm going to fight you on that. Dogs, no. Cats, yes. Cats own you. Cats own whatever building that they're in. Dogs, on the other hand, they can manipulate you, but they can't understand the concept of owning. And now they're both laying down and being so cute. I love my puppies. Super says, and it's crazy too for an actor and established and talented as Michael Caine is. I almost can't believe that he's still willing to do paycheck movies. But when you think about it too, like, you could do your entire life, your entire career waiting for the right roles, but then a lot of times you're just waiting for the right roles. Like, that's one thing that Heath Ledger did. Heath Ledger took a lot of time to pick roles that he knew was not going to help him as far as, he didn't want to be that teen heartthrob role. He wanted to be taken as a serious actor, and so he ended up being a person that took a lot of roles that a lot of other people just never wanted to see happen. All right, so I need to give a huge shout out to Adam Shawhan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Jeffrey Toon, Sly Jones, The DJD Show, Those Two Ball Guys, and Tina Bennett. You guys are awesome and amazing. Thank you so much. Tina, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Tina, thanks for the $2 Streamlabs donation. See? Streamlabs works. Try it. You'll like it. Thanks, Odin, for everything, and Exorcist or The Shining. All right, well, thank you for those recommendations. Yeah, guys, it works. Dave Bob used it. Tina used it. Do not be afraid of using that instead. Do not be afraid of using that instead, guys. Again, YouTube gets none of it, and PayPal does not take as much off the top. So think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Super says, and it's crazy too for an actor as established and talented as Michael Caine. Yeah, exactly. So I think that, yeah, I mean, again, you could go ahead and take those roles, but then at the same time, like, if you want to make money, which a lot of actors do, then you're going to take those money roles. Adam says, did you ever watch Dark Matter? What do you think so? I've never watched Dark Matter. Never, ever seen it. Wes Major says, don't do it. Mostly kidding. All right, so I won't do it. Will not happen. James Clark says, you're Catholic and so am I, and to be honest, it's because I am Catholic that I freaked me out so much. Our Father who art in heaven. Exactly. Yeah, I will probably have my rosary with me when I watch that film, no lie, because it's just going to be... Meg says, what chapter are you in Dark Force Rising? 18. I'm in chapter 18 of Dark Force Rising, so I've got about 11 chapters to go. So yeah, more than halfway through. CW says, if you want to watch the really scary movie, you should watch The Last Jedi. Neil says, can we chat while Lord Odin watches? Yes, so it's going to be set up the same. So it's going to be the same kind of stream. I'm not going to have a bright light on me. It's going to be like some kind of low light, or I'm going to like obscure the light so it's a little bit darker. But the chat's going to be up. Everything else is going to be the same. I'm going to look at the chat every now and then. But I'm also going to be watching the movie too. So yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm going to put that in as an event on YouTube, like at least a day or two beforehand. So that way anyone who wants to go see it can get their popcorn ready, can, schedule that out in their day. Because I think it's like a 2-hour movie or so. So that should be fun though. Greta says, my dad actually made me watch The Exorcist when I was very young because we're Catholic and he thought I should watch it. I didn't sleep for months. Oh my God, Greta. I'm glad my parents never made me do that because I would have been terrified for sure. Man. Jedi Starship says, no twitching unless I'm a zombie. Mr. B.I. says, maybe you should set up the puppies in a workshop. They might want to create customized furniture. Mr. Peabody, that's a digital cookie for you, man. That's great. Alexander says, I couldn't find any fan art of you. Or for you. That's great, Alexander. I don't want to see that fan art. It's disturbing. It's disturbing in the Force. All right, Tina, thank you. So at 9:01, a minute ago, Tina posted a link to Streamlabs. So again, if you're someone who likes to donate or wants to support the channel in any way, you can click that link. It'll bring you, it's very straightforward. You just put your name and you put your message that you want to pop up on the screen. Everything like that still happens. Goes directly to me through PayPal. So it's a lot better than Super. Because YouTube sucks. Brad is not on tonight yet, Tina. At least not that I have seen. Stormtrooper Babe says, Odin, I've got your back because I'm a badass. Yes, you are, Stormtrooper Babe. You are such a badass. You are such a badass. And thank you. I appreciate it. Eon001 says, since you did your first Bautista video, he must have watched it and said, hold my beer. I know, right? Like, it's just like, I called him out for, defending, it's like, it's not wise to defend James Gunn with everything that's going on, and now he's just doubling down on that, defending his script. Dave Bob says, have you watched Counterpart yet? No, I have not watched Counterpart yet. Guys, you have to understand, like, I'm a novel and a half in to the Thrawn trilogy. I've checked out several YouTube videos and channels that were recommended to me, and I still need to take a dent in the movie recommendations. I have them all still on my desk. I just need to start actually, making a dent within them. So it's in the works, though. Tina says, that's going to be so much fun watching a movie that way, and we have to make sure it's the extended Exorcist. I think that's the one I have on Vudu. Oh, I didn't know there was an extended version. Oh, God, you're just going to make things awful for me, Tina. But yeah, so basically, I'll let y'all know what version it is I'm watching, so that way hopefully we all match up together. And yeah, so basically I'm going to be on for maybe 30 minutes beforehand, so that way we can at least have some interactions. And then once anyone who wants to be on is on, I'll say, all right, I'm at 00000. Everyone match up starting now, and then we'll all watch it together, and then you can see my reactions. Mechanical Warfare says, we will also be screaming the power of Christ. The power of Christ compels you. But then you might feel like doing it whenever Freya gets angry at you. That's a good shout. Jason Clark says, after Exorcist, your beard and hair will turn white like the real Logans. It's a good point. It's a very, very good point. The Rubes says, great stuff. Well, thank you, Rubes. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. And Stephanie B says, deal. All right, so I'm going to let the chat catch up for a little bit. We have 45 people watching. All right, we got a good chat tonight, guys. This is some good stuff. This is some good stuff. All right, I'm going to have a little water. And while I'm paused, I want to give a huge shout out once again to Tina for your donation. Thank you so much. Dave Bob, thank you so much. Neil, thank you. Alex G, thank you. Nickel Noodles, Pin Drop, and Shen Long. Thank y'all so much for y'all's donations tonight. Y'all are amazing. I'm just letting the chat catch up. And also, since I'm stopped, might as well. Adam Shawhan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Jeffrey Toon, Sly Jones, the DJD Show, those two bald guys, Tina. Y'all are fantastic. Y'all are my patrons, and I love you so much. So thank you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. And my pups are sleeping, so let's be very quiet. I'm kidding. You can usually talk at a normal volume, and they're fine. I just can't say certain things. Oh, my God! Valkyries! Yes! Valkyries, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for the $5 donation. We appreciate everyone here. Well, thank you, Valkyries. I appreciate it. Did y'all do that? Valkyries. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But you see, look, you get Thor. That's what happens when you go through Streamlabs. You still get Thor. You still get your message. You still get everything else. Random. What's up, Random? How's it going? Great to have you here. So yeah, you still get all that stuff. And also it goes directly to me, and less is taken out. So thank you. Valkyries, y'all didn't have to do that. Also, guys, please know the Valkyries are being taken care of for after last night's stream. So there are gifts heading their way, including a couple of gift cards. I haven't gotten them yet, but I will be getting them very soon once I know where to send them. And yeah, so thank the Valkyries, everybody. Hey, guys, let's give the Valkyries a huge round of applause. They are amazing. They are here every stream, working their tails off, doing the good work, and being awesome. And also, they're even helping out others like Random. Random helped, Steph helped out Random earlier today. And so these people are awesome. Good stuff. CWD says, watched so many horror scary movies early on. Saw Alien, Child's Play, The Leviathan, Jaws, and a few others before my teens. Most horror movies now don't faze me. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're used to them when you're younger, they're just not going to have that effect on you. I did see Jaws when I was younger, but it also has left in me an insane fear of open water. I am terrified of open water. I refuse to go into any water that I cannot see the bottom of for extended periods of time. And yeah, that's my thought about that. But yeah, I mean, I liked Alien. Alien to me, see, like, it depends also the kind of horror film. Like, Alien to me is more of a monster horror film. I can usually do okay with those kinds of films. Child's Play, that's a little on the creepier side because it's a doll that comes to life. That's kind of creepy for me. And then Jaws, obviously, I'm scared of open water, but I'll watch the movie because it's a great movie. Donald Hudson says, so Bautista said, holdo my beer, then Hypers jumped into the fray. Yeah, pretty much, Donald. That's exactly what happened. You're totally right about that. Hyper says, just wanted to say I wish they made an extended cut for Infinity War. Don't get me wrong, it was fine the way it was, but I wanted to see more of younger Thanos on Titan. I agree. Maybe the next film will go into it a bit more. That could be interesting to see. But yeah, I always love extended cuts because usually extended cuts can usually be better than the original film, only because they usually add to certain characters. They help to expand certain character arcs, especially, and I think it would have been really cool to see. What is Major says, how did the wife receive your story about last night? She was like, holy crap. Obviously, she used different words. Like, I used a different word last night for the first time. But yeah, she was very thankful too, and she wanted me to extend that thanks to you guys, to everyone that donated, but also to everyone in the stream too. And she's just like, her honest reaction was, who would do that? She has not really understood. She doesn't understand YouTube. She doesn't understand like the concept of super chats and things like that. So she's just like, why would anyone do that? It's just like they're supporting. They're just being supportive. They're just supporting the channel and everything, and it's awesome. So she's very appreciative though. So she loves it. Jason Clark says, you didn't read my chat earlier about Urban Acolyte. Jason, I'm sorry, man. So yeah, I had to go away for a second, so the chat skipped up on me. So Urban Acolyte, I think Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers mentioned that earlier. And yeah, dude, like, that's just, let me know what your question was. I don't want to answer something that you didn't ask. So Jason, put it again. I'm sorry I missed it. I'm so sorry. Please put it again and just tag me just like that, and I'll swear I'll read it unless something crazy happens, because obviously YouTube is all over the place. Mechanical Warfare says, who do you think is a more entertaining actor, Dwayne Johnson or Dave Bautista, and who is taller, Tom Cruise or Kevin Hart? Tom Cruise is officially taller, I believe, than Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart's really short, but so is Tom Cruise, and Dwayne Johnson is easily more entertaining. Easily more entertaining. I mean, Dave Bautista is great in Guardians, but Dwayne Johnson is a leading man. Like, Dave Bautista could never be a leading man and do it well. Dwayne Johnson has and will continue to be a great leading man. So Dwayne Johnson absolutely is more entertaining as an actor and as a person, I would say. And Tom Cruise, I believe, is technically taller, because Kevin Hart is like so small. 70B says, you're welcome. You're awesome. We love the Valkyries indeed. Thal says, sip. I got some water. Mother trucker. If you want ice, I got that too. Well, thank you, Donald. I appreciate that, man. Yes, I see the clapping. Yes, clap, 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 clap for the Valkyries for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Rock on, says Mechanical Warfare. Yeah, let's rock on, Valkyries. Alexander, I dare you to copy and paste this link in front of youtube.com. Well, you dared me. I guess it couldn't hurt. No one else is gonna see it. I don't know where it went. There it is. Oh boy. Just please don't let it be porn. That's my only request. YouTube.com. Please don't let it be porn. That would not be nice, Alexander. I don't know how to feel about this. Oh, it's a minute 23. Oh, God, no. 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 Oh, no. All right, so for anyone that doesn't know, it's Arya Jaime Lannister fan film. Oh, this is almost as bad as Raylo. Only this is even more disturbing. Oh, I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I can't take it anymore. Why would you do that, man? Disgusting. Adam Cheyenne says, Valkyries even enjoy swapping porg recipes. Nice. Be pleased. When I was little, I saw Voldemort for the first time at the back of Quirrell Head. I had nightmares for years. Quirrell's Head. After that, whenever Harry Potter 1 was on TV, I ran at the way at the end. I don't blame you, because that was really, like, for that time period, especially in special effects, that was really, really, really creepy. Daybob says, no offshore fishing, dude. What? No offshore fishing, dude. Lando Calrissian says, Mwahaha. Super says, oh, question for you. There are some vids and other stuff I found and thought you'd be interested in. If you're okay with it, where should I DM? Yeah, direct message me on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, at OSBblog. Direct message me there. I'll watch them there. Or you can email me. That works too. Yeah, just send the links. And I promise you I'll watch them after the stream as I'm going to bed. Tina says, the version I own on Vudu is 122 minutes, so I think that might be the extended or director's cut. All right, so we'll collaborate on that, Tina, when we're about to actually set that stream up. That way we're all on the same page. Alex G says, I checked swimming pools for sharks. I did for a very long time. I did for a very, very long time. Adam Cheyenne says, explain to Mrs. Odin because that's what we do. Yep. This better not be poor. Yeah. Get Daddy's red belt. Mechanical Warfare says Twitter purge went for Gunn and everyone else thought nobody is going to stick with him for long. Dave Bautista just had to go. Here, hold my beer. Yeah, pretty much. Like everything is like Dave Bautista's just like, oh, really? You don't think I can subvert your expectations? Hold on my beard. I hit play, Adam, and I was, oh, God. Jason Clark, thank you. So on Urban Acolyte's channel, he was calling you and Jeremy a bunch of names about the Donnie Yen video and saying you exaggerated your numbers. I hate with burning. He mentioned me? Wait, Jason, I know he mentioned Jeremy. He mentioned me by name? If that's the case, Jason, link me to that video because I don't appreciate someone calling me out, calling me a liar. And I did not exaggerate. I did not exaggerate my numbers. I used the official numbers from boxofficemojo.com. I put them in a inflation calculator. So those numbers were accurate. I did not exaggerate anything, and the numbers speak for themselves. Like I told every single person, like, do your own research on this, do your own math, and let me know if I made a mathematical error. But if he's just gonna say, oh, you exaggerated them, and just say I exaggerated them, like, that's nonsense, man. Yeah, let me know. Let me know, because that's weird. That's interesting. Star Wars True Canon. What's up, Star Wars? What's up, man? Shinphil, I'm Brazilian. We don't get many sharks here, so I don't really understand U.S. fascination with it. Sharknado is just a really stupid concept to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid movie. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's meant to be a stupid movie. It's meant to be like, it's meant to be stupid fun. Like, that's the reason why people like it, is because it's meant to be just, you turn off your brain for an hour and a half and you just watch stupidity on screen with really bad CGI effects. But that's interesting. I didn't know that there weren't any. There aren't even sharks off the coast of Brazil. Or are you like in the middle of Brazil? Is that the reason why? Yeah, that's interesting. No yuck. Oh, it was so disgusting. Super says, oh God, there's more than one person that ships Arya and Jaime. This is one of the times I hate fandom. I know, right? Like, just why? Why would you? Why is that the thing that you go to? Out of all the characters on that show, I can understand like you pushing for Jon Snow and Khaleesi. Like that makes sense to me, but it's just weird. B Please says, is the facehugger a he, she, or non-binary, considering it has both a vagina and a penis? B Please, digital cookie for you. That's amazing. It's a great point, too. It's a really great point. Guess trans? No, that wouldn't be trans. No, intersexual. Intersex. So it would be intersex, if I'm going to be honest. But but still, digital cookie for that one. That's awesome. Hypern says, Odin, have you seen Good Time with Robert Pattinson? I heard redeemed his Twilight performance. I heard that too. I have not seen it. It was only in theaters for a short time here where I live, and obviously, like with MoviePass, things were just even then they weren't really going very well. So, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I have heard good things about it. I heard that he's great in it, so I might have to check that out at some point. Adam Shawhan says, this better not be porg. Yeah, so Semi says, oh, heck no, Urban Acolyte needs to chill. I agree. Urban Acolyte definitely needs to chill at this point, because that's ridiculous. Lando says, I need to chill. Nah, dude, you're Lando Calrissian. You never have to chill, man. I can't spell when I'm mad, says Steph. All right. Super says, the Sharknado trilogy is a cinematic masterpiece. I love it. The first one I get. The first one is funny. The first one was troll, and it was funny. Everything after is just awful. Like, everything after is just so bad, I can't justify watching it. Like, so bad that it's not funny. Donald Hudson says, next time anyone watches the Leia Poppin scene, sing Staying Alive while she flies back to safety. Ooh. Staying alive. Staying alive. Pin drop, dude. Stop giving YouTube money. But thank you. I appreciate the $2 super chat. Thoughts on Christopher Robin? I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it, though. I've heard great things. Jeremy talked very highly of it, so it's on my list of movies to see this week. So I'm going to try and see a few movies this week. For anyone that knows, I have the AMC A-list, so I can see 3 movies every week. I still need to see my 3 movies this week, and that is on the list of films to see. Also, I really want to see the Meg opening night, so I'm still waiting to see if Elmwood is going to, the theater that I live nearby, which is called AMC Elmwood, whether or not they're going to have a IMAX showing of the film, because I want to see it in the biggest screen possible, so that way I can shove popcorn down my face. Alexander says, Jon Snow and Khaleesi is incest. Yeah, based on what they've told us, that is true. But you know what? At least that makes sense from the storyline perspective. Jason Clark says, no, not by name, but he referred to you and Jeremy as jerk-off and jabroni or something like that. Don't worry. Check the comment section on his video. I tore him a new L. Thank you. What's his like to dislike ratio? I would love to know that. Shinville says, I'm from Rio. It's not that there's no sharks at all, just not really. They're just really rare. Whales appearing is more common. Oh, that's interesting. That's awesome. I like whales. Mechanical Warfare says, if you start the multi-gender thing, I'm going to start throwing burning Bibles into the chat. Pin drop. Thank you again for that donation. Greta says, saw Star in the Bar you today. Skip it. It's one of those movies where you come out thinking, what the F was the doctor smoking when he wrote this? Director smoking when he wrote this. Yeah, I was already not planning on seeing that film to begin with because the trailer just made me frustrated because to me it was like somebody was just trying to make something that was like racially provocative, and it's just like, just make a good movie. Like, stop just trying to do these nonsensical things. So glad to hear, though, because Greta also has A-list, and she's a huge movie buff like me. So I'm very glad to hear that it's worth skipping, because I was already planning on skipping it to begin with. Mex says, the facehugger has neither vagina nor penis. It has an ovipositor. Ooh, Mex coming in with the facts. Mex coming in with the cold, hard facts right here. With the cold, hard ovipositor. It's just creepy. Alexander says, Jon Snow and Ygritte is better than Jon Snow and his aunt. She's already inbred for atheism's sake. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Super says, wait, you didn't love seeing George R. R. Martin eaten alive in the Sharknado sequel? I just didn't have any interest to see it. Like, all the trailers I saw was just, they were so bad. Like, they weren't even bad that they were funny trailers. Like, to me, the trailer should have been like, you want to go see this for more. And I came out of the trailer, I was like, no, this is not worth seeing. Hiram says, what's worse, Daredevil or Catwoman? Catwoman. Hands down, Catwoman. Catwoman might be one of the worst films that has ever been made. Painfully bad. Not that Daredevil's great, but Halle Berry, to me, is one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood right now. I have never seen a film that I like her in. I've seen films that she's tolerable in, but I've never seen one. Even as Storm, she was not very good. Like, she was tolerable at best. So I hate Catwoman because she's in it. Adam says, so now that we know that Lando's girlfriend is in Millennium Falcon, now we are know that Lando has been porking the Falcon. Pretty much at this point. And that's what I'm dreading in episode 9, that they try and have some reference to Solo. I think that'd be awful. That'd be the dumbest thing they could do. Tina says, your Star Wars ruined by Holdo Hyperspace was awesome. Good video. Well, thank you. And it's only good because Matthew Kadish wrote the article that I could talk about. So yeah, Matthew Kadish, guys, if you've never checked out his stuff, please do it. Tina, Steph, please post some of his links in the chat. He's awesome. He talks about, he's been talking about The Last Jedi for a long time now in a few different articles from a storycraft perspective. So from a purely narrative, objective standpoint and why it has problems. And to me, it's another it's a great way to actually approach the film, because a lot of times we talk in, you know, platitudes, and we talk in I hated it, you know, subjective opinions. Obviously we know we're right, but a lot of times people don't really talk in those terms. He does. He stays purely on the factual basis, on an objective standpoint from his storycraft perspective, and it's fantastic. So yeah, he knocked it out of the park with his hyperspace ram thing, and I'm just so glad I finally was able to make that video. It's a long one, guys, so get ready, but I'm very happy with what we ended up getting out of it. Mechanical Warfare says, did you ever watch the movie The Shining? I did. It's very creepy. Very, very creepy. Super says, congrats, dude. Only at 2K, and you already got internet hate. You mad? He made it, bro. I know, right? Like, never thought that would be the day, and it's only because I was featured on Geeks and Gamers, so that's just crazy, though. Jason Clark says, oh, he gets a lot of dislikes. He's a very rude YouTuber and a huge Disney Lucasfilm shill. That's sad. That's sad, because also he's probably monetized. He's probably making crap ton of ad revenue from it, probably getting paid by Disney. And so even though he's getting a lot of hate, he's still getting a lot of views, and he's getting that ad revenue. So that just, hate that. Richie Rich, it just occurred to me that Halle Berry has won more Oscars than Andy Serkis. Yep, let that sink in. Let that sink in. I will tell you this. Andy Serkis, in any film, including his role in 13 Going on 30, deserved an Oscar over anything that Halle Berry has ever done in her career. Hands down. And that includes every motion capture performance that he has ever done. That's how much better Andy Serkis is as an actor. He has more talent in his pinky than she does in her entire body. Super says, speaking of Catwoman, learned recently that Michelle Pfeiffer was supposed to get it, but there were issues, so she skipped out. Glad she did. Me too, because it was a terrible script on top of it. Mech says, as awful as Shawhan's comment about porging is, it does help explain why Panda was so pissed off to lose the Millennium Flamingo to Han Solo. Yeah, based on that comment for sure. Yeah. Tina, thank you for shouting out Kadish. B Please says, when are you going to start braiding your beard? I've never braided my beard before. I wouldn't know where to start. I have put like a hair tie in it once. It's not really it's not long enough for it, I would say. And also, I'm probably going to get it trimmed one more time before school starts. Don't worry, it's still going to be there. It's still going to be able to hold pencils in it. But it's going to be just a little cleaner before the start of school. Hyperin, I saw this comment. You didn't tag me in it, but I saw it anyway. Andy Serkis should have already won with Gollum. I agree. I think even if not Gollum, his portrayal as Caesar and the work he did, like when you see the behind the scenes footage of him without the CGI, he becomes Caesar. And when you see the CGI face, it is Andy Serkis's face. It's his expressions, it's his emotion, and it's just amazing what they were able to do. Mechanical Warfare says, Lando has been added to Star Wars universe since Rebels, and he lived already with helper droids. By the time he is in Solo, it's been years and dozens of droids. Where's the love, Lando? 70B says, but she has that perfect face, so, yes. Yeah, I mean, again, don't be wrong. She's pretty. Like, Stephanie, I will say that much. She's pretty. She's a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. But does not mean that she can act. There's a lot of beautiful people out there who can act. Super says, have no idea how Serkis didn't win for Best Supporting Actor as Gollum in Lord of the Rings. I agree. Greta says, I feel like Andy Serkis is going to get an honorary Oscar one day for all the work he's done, but was never nominated for. Yeah, I agree. I honestly think that that's probably the route, unfortunately, that he's going to have to take in order to get it, recognized for the work that he's done. And it's going to be interesting to see for sure. So, yeah, I think he's definitely going to, at least, at the bare minimum, he is going to get an honorary Oscar, but he deserves to win one outright one day. And also, he's a director now, so he very well could win an Oscar for directing before he ever won one for acting. So I would say keep him on the keep your eye for him, because he made a movie called Breathe. It wasn't the best movie in the world. It wasn't the strongest film in the world, but for a directorial debut, it was very, very solid. And he's got Mowgli coming out this year, which was picked up by Netflix. So who knows? I really do think that an Oscar is in his future, though. I would say. Mech says, BRB gotta go drop a Mary Sue Deuce like a Millennium Flamingo did in The Last Jedi. So you have to go drop a Last Jedi. I understand. Amstrad says, this explains why C-3PO in Empire says about the Falcons when C-3PO is told he has to talk to Falcon to find out what's wrong with the hyperdrive. Yeah, and also why it says that it's a strange or distinct dialect, too. Yeah, so many things. 70 says, exactly, Halle Berry, I care not for her. Exactly. I agree with you there, Steph. We are on the same page on that. Super says, Serkis is better than MTV and Saturn Awards. Yep, for sure. Absolutely correct about that. Also, I don't know if anyone in the chat ever sees Sensei around. He never emailed me. So if you see him around, or Sensei, if you're here, please email me because I want to get you set up. You said that you did, but I'd never received it. So please send it again if that was the case, because I want to be able to set you up, man. And if you know, if anyone knows Sensei or knows how to contact him, please let him know that. Hybrid says, imagine a room with Vader, Voldemort, Thanos, Emperor, like the Glass trailer. Oh my god. I'm sure someone's going to make like a comedy version of that one day, because I think that would be really funny. But if someone made that in real life, that would be hilarious. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. It'd be so funny. My animals are passed out, and it's adorable. It's so cute. See, this is my favorite part of being a dad to puppies, is that they sometimes calm down, and I just can appreciate them for the beauty that is their existence. Super says, been meaning to watch Breathe. I think Circus's best shot to win an Oscar right now is with Mowgli, but I don't know if the Academy is willing to acknowledge Netflix for this. I don't either. I mean, TV is just starting to catch up. Obviously, we got a lot of nominations, but they're still kind of hesitant to give awards to Netflix, so I think that's a very good point. I don't think the Academy is at that point yet, but it's getting there. Mr. PI says, try watching Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. Think of Lassie, but it's a kangaroo that can play a piano and has all its Boy Scout badges for knots. Australian TV show from the late 60s. That sounds amazing. Email me a link to that. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. B Please says, is it just me, or does Kristen Stewart and Emma Watson look alike? Also, does anyone else mistake Isla Fisher for Amy Adams? Yes. I understand the Isla Fisher and Amy Adams combination. That definitely, I think a lot of people get those two confused. Kristen Stewart, Emma Watson, a little bit. I could see that being, I could see that a little bit. A wee bit. Hybrid says, gotta admit, when I saw Gollum first time seeing Lord of the Rings, I thought he was going to be cringeworthy character like Jar Jar Binks. Happily, I thought the depth was through. Yeah, I mean, this is coming from someone who, my dad read me the books when I was a kid, like read me and my brothers that book when we were kids, so I had always known Gollum's character, and so when I saw it on the big screen, I was like, this is Gollum. Like, this is just brilliant and fantastic. So I'm glad that other people were able to have that same experience with Gollum too. So, yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really great. All right, so we've hit kind of a lull in the chat, which is fine. Gives me a time to breathe. Yes, so 70B at 9:29 posted my email address. So again, if you want to contact me, if you want to email me, just click on that and send me a quick email. I would appreciate it. All right, so because we have a little lull in the chat, I want to give a huge shout out once again to my patrons. I always say patrons. I guess patrons would be the correct one. So a huge shout out to my patrons: Adam Shawhan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Jeffrey Toon, Slide Jones, the DJ D Show, those two bald guys, and Tina, my Valkyrie. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are my patrons. I love y'all so much. Thank you. If you want to become a patron, click on the link that one of my Valkyries is about to drop in the chat. And if you want to support my channel in other ways, you can either go through Super Chat, or also you can go through my Streamlabs link. My Valkyrie will also post that link too, but you can also find it in the very description of this video. The very first link will say Streamlabs donation, and you go through the process. You put your name in there, you put a nickname in there, it'll pop up on the screen. Your donation will pop up on the screen, and also any message that you want to put up there will pop up on the screen, and there aren't as many limitations with the length of the message. So just keep that in mind. It is an option. All right, let's see what we got. Super says, speaking of Kristen Stewart, have you ever seen any of her indie film releases? I heard she's actually good. Yeah, I have seen. Yeah, she's done some really good stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the ones that I've seen, though. I actually really liked her in, I have it too. It has a very complicated name. That's why I always forget it, and I want to make sure I get it right. Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. It's not really an indie film. It was a relatively big release, but she was great in it. Like, it was a movie I liked a lot more than I thought I would. A lot of people hate it for sure. It's a love-hate film. But overall, I liked it a lot. So yeah, I agree. I think she can give good performances. Unfortunately, she has picked also some really bad roles too. Hybrid says, I always get confused between Naomi Watts and Nicole Kidman. I can see that. I can definitely see that for sure. Like, right next to each other, I can tell the difference, but I can understand why filmography-wise you might get them confused. Yes, so Tina, thank you. So again, that is the Patreon link. So again, if you want to become a patron, please do that. Hyper and respect the Patreons. Yes, indeed. Tina at 9:30 posted the Streamlabs link. So again, you can tip me there. You can support the channel there. Your message pops up on the screen. Your nickname pops up. All the good stuff. Excuse me. The only difference is that YouTube does not get a penny of it, and PayPal does not take as large of a cut from it. So Donald Hudson says, my little buttercup has the sweetest smile. Oh, little buttercup, won't you stay a while? You and I will settle down in a cottage built for two. Oh, dear little buttercup, I love you. Thank you very much, Donald Hudson. Always great to have some singing on the channel, and always great to give a huge shout out to Three Amigos, one of my all-time favorite comedies. Mr. BY says, sorry, Odin, you will have to Google Skippy. My links are not all kosher. Okay. Hopefully I remember it. Peter, artist, writer, all hail Odin, the all-seeing. Thank you, Peter, so much. Thank you for joining the chat. Stephanie, thank you for posting the Patreon link. Hail... Hyperin, every time I think about that, I think about that one film. Hail Hydra. Smash that like button, please. Star Wars says PayPal is just flipping YouTube off and grinning. Exactly, like that's exactly right. That's why I love it so much, because like if you want to give a huge middle finger to YouTube, but also support the channel at the same time, going through Streamlabs is the way to go. Neil says, thoughts on Ava Green. She's probably have the close. She probably has great classroom management skills with those. I like her work. I think she's a very talented actress. She picks some weird stuff though. She picks some weird stuff for sure. Tina loves the song. Yay! Random says Three Amigos was really fun. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. Oh boy. Okay, Davebot. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Alexander says, how long before you use my links again? Never. I am done. I am done with your links. Done with them. Neil says, Odin, would you say you have a plethora of subscribers? Oh, sure. You have a plethora. Jefe. What is a plethora? Why, a wobble. I love, oh, it's so good. So good. Lando Calrissian, justice for Brad. Ava Green is babe. We broke Brad, says Stephanie B. I know, he's so upset. He's so salty that he has not won anything yet. Mr. B.I. says, didn't ask for a dime, $2. What movie? I don't know. I do not know that one. Hyperin says, Odin got talent. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Tina says, now sing the Butter song. What's the Butter song? Explain that one a little bit. I'm not catching that one right off the top of my head. What's the Butter song? Donna says, Great! You shot the invisible swordsman! How was I supposed to know he was there? We fired up. We both fired up. Oh, it's such a great film. Shinville says they want to turn Odin into a singer. It seems like it. It seems like the chat is constantly trying to bring me into a singer. Maybe that's something I could do. I could be like, hey, if we reach this certain amount, I'll sing an entire Italian song. Because I did take voice lessons for a while, and so I do have some Italian songs memorized. So if that's something that you want to hear, put in your recommendations. Nicholas Jefe is more well-developed character than Ray. I agree, Nickel, for sure. Jefe is amazing. Jefe is just like, oh, such a better established. Oh, Ethan's Butter song. Oh, okay. Man, he just does it so well, though. I could never, I don't ever want to match. I would love to do a duet with EVS, but I don't want to take his stuff away. Gotcha. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you. Ooh, we got a new patron. Meet Thomas. Meet Thomas. Thank you for becoming a patron, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Super says, Ava Green is great, but she has lost mass cool points with me after found out she appeared in a Roman Polanski movie a couple years ago. Yeah, I mean, but again, that's when can you separate the actor from the art? That's where I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I can respect you for not wanting to support those films for sure. I wouldn't support them financially, but I don't know if that's enough to hold against her personally. Mr. B.I. says, Better Off Dead, John Cusack. Never seen it. Probably a movie I should have. Tina, I licked all the butter in your fridge. B. Please says, how long do you think that Ian McKellen has on his life? Hopefully long enough to make a few more Gandalf appearances. I hope so, man. Yeah, Ian McKellen's getting up there in years for sure. Actually, fun stuff. Hey, Google, how old is Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen is 79 years old.
All right, so he's 79 years old. Yes, I have a Google in my room. 79 years old. So I think he could either go to 85 or older. I hope so, at least. I love him, man, and he's still so with it. Like, he is still so sharp and so talented at everything he does. I really hope that he continues. Hiram says, don't know if you noticed, Odin, but I watched Space Jam again recently, and I noticed a lot of adult jokes in it, kind of. Yeah, exactly, and that's why I love it. That's why I hope they don't remake it, because when they try and remake it, it's just going to be hot garbage. Because especially when it comes to comedies like that back in the day, they had so much. They had so much adult humor, and I loved it. Mechanical Warfare says, El Plagiaco. I don't know El Plagiaco. That was not one of the songs that I sang. I know Caro Mio Ben. What's the other ones? Let's see. Caro Mio Ben. Se Ben Crudele. And those are like the main two that I still remember. If I got my book out, I'm sure I could sing through them. But Hyper, I got you, man. Adult jokes. I know what you mean by that. Mech says, don't you just love it that Cinema Sins considers soy steak a sin? That's really awesome. I don't really watch enough Cinema Sins, but that's awesome. That's great. Mechanical Warfare says, did you ever watch The Thing? Not so much horror in my book, but interesting in many parts if you analyze it. Yeah, so are you talking about the John Carpenter's The Thing? I've heard a lot about it. I've actually never sat through the entire film before. It's been on my list for a very long time, especially since the practical effects they use in that film are fantastic. So it's definitely one that I do want to check out for sure. Super says, I hope he's with us for at least a few more years. Ian McKellen is a brilliant actor. I agree. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant actor. Nicola knows, for some of us, shyness might be our El Guapo. For our sake, our El Guapo just happens to be the real El Guapo. So, what can the people of Santo Poco do? We can sew. Uh-oh. It's so great. I see a wagging tail. Do you? Oh, the little black one is curled up next to me in a little ball, and she's so cute. She's so cute. B Please says, how is it better looking? Who is better looking? Okay, gotcha. Who is better looking, Chris Hemsworth or Liam Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth, of course. He's Thor with the long hair. Chris Hemsworth with long hair for sure. Iron says, Gandalf and Obi-Wan would make the best grandpas. They would. They really would. I wish, man, if Alec was still alive and those two could be on screen together, that would be amazing. I know that they're like different time, but still. Mechanical Warfare, 3 favorite Irish movies. The Guard is up there for sure. I love In Bruges. In Bruges is a brilliant film. I would consider it to be Irish because the main 2 actors in it are Irish. So those 2 would be up there for sure. And then this is going to be a weird one. Definitely not an Irish film, but one from my childhood. The Luck of the Irish from the Disney Channel. Don't ask me why, but I love that film. It was so stereotypical, but I loved it. Nicholas says, brilliant, brilliant, Odin. Well, thank you. Thor. Max says, did you happen to catch Comicsgate's SJW prayer from their last live stream? No, I did not. Tell me more, tell me more. Adam says, what are amigos just... What? Are amigos just falling out of the sky? Don says John Carpenter's The Thing is a classic, one of Kurt Russell's best performances. Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but great things, and it's also a movie that makes you think. The ending is still something that's very hotly debated to this day. So it's a movie I want to watch. It's a movie that I want to see, but I definitely heard the same thing where it's not scary. It's just one that makes you think. No do, no show. Do you know what the word nada means? In all those Mexican pictures, did you ever come across that word? It means nothing. Zero. Zip. That's what you're going to have when I'm through with you. You hit Harry Flugelman on a bad day. Boondock Saints. That's another good one. Again, I don't really know how Irish it is because it's definitely stereotypical, but I do love that film. For sure. One of my all-time favorites. Hyman says, favorite movie ending, Odin. I love both Heat and Return of the King, regardless of how long it is. Yeah, also, Hypern, which ending? Since you threw the movie out there, which ending do you like in Return of the King? That's a great question. That's the number one question. For me though, Whiplash is up there. I know that's more of a modern film, but it really is. Like, there aren't many movie endings that have me floored and have me just like, oh my god. Silence, also another film where you just sit with the ending. You're just kind of like, wow, like that was just, because the things that they reveal, it makes you question and ask things. Oh, Gangs of New York gets me every time. I cry or at least tear up at the end of Gangs of New York because it's just such a powerful moment where the guy says, like, you know, when everything settles, when time fades, you know, we won't even be remembered. And then they show the slow time fade of the stones, of the tombstones fading away and falling down and getting lost. And then the last image you see, and it was the same year that the Twin Towers came down that it came out, and you see the Twin Towers in the background. And to me, it's just such a powerful moment. And it wasn't planned to be that way because obviously they could not have known what was going to happen. And it always gets me. Sorry, I just got something caught in my throat. It always gets me every time I watch it, and I always forget how much I love it. There are days where I will go out of my way to Google the ending to Gangs of New York because it's just so powerful. It's so great. So yeah, that would be definitely my favorite one. I would probably say out of those options. Star Wars, you and your effing rope. Mex says, check the message I sent you earlier. Mex, gonna be checking it for sure after the stream. Beepley says, who is better looking, Mary Kate or Ashley Olsen? They're twins, so I say they're both the same. Would you say you have a plethora? Says Joint Specialist. Mechanical Warfare says, what did you think about the ending of Training Day? Never seen Training Day. I know. Start the hate. Trust me, it's been on my radar. I just never have seen it, so I cannot tell you for sure. Niggle Noodle says, Odin, you got real money last night. Amigo money. I did, man. Like, it was insane. It was totally insane last night. Like, Sensei was just dropping bombs the whole time. And then everyone else, like, got in on it. And it was just, oh, it was heartwarming. And I almost freaked out. Like, my heart just couldn't handle it anymore. It's like my heart needs a break. But Nickel, I appreciate, yeah, the amigo money. No dough, no show. Neil says, I think it's time Mr. Odin joined a staff arts production this year. Staff arts production? What's that? Super says, random, but any childhood favorite movies you did yourself still able to come back to enjoy? You find yourself able to come back and enjoy. Hook, easily Hook, love Hook. Can always and will always love Hook for sure. Loved it as a kid. Most of the Disney Channel, or rather, most of the Disney animated films, especially the musicals, can always come back to those easily because they're just so well done. They're just so well done. They just don't make them like that anymore. They really don't. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's a film I can always go back to as well. Yeah, so those are the ones that come off the top of my head. Don Hudson says, I have friends coming in town, friends who are far less forgiving than I am. Mex says, or any childhood movies you enjoyed that you watched later as an adult and ask yourself what was wrong with me? Ooh, that's a follow-up. Yeah. The prequels, to be honest. I liked the prequels when I was a kid because I grew up with them. You know, I was still in middle school by the time the first films were coming out, and I loved them. And then as I got older, I thought to myself, what in the hell did I like about these movies? Now again, I will defend the prequels against the new trilogy any day of the week. As far as like a coherent story goes, prequel's going to beat it out every single time, no matter what they do with episode 9. Because episode 8 was just that bad. Like, the story elements in there just ruined the narrative for sure. But I would probably say the prequels are ones where I step back and I'm like, what in the hell was wrong with me? Hireman says, I love Frodo and the rest farewell at the Grey Havens when they leave Middle-earth. Every time I cry. I don't know why. It's a beautiful ending. I mean, there are a lot of endings, but it's a beautiful ending for sure. Super says, your opinion, what is Daniel Day-Lewis's greatest performance? Also, have you seen Phantom Thread? I did see Phantom Thread. I didn't like it. For that to be the role that he claims is his last, I think that's not a great performance. I mean, it's a good performance. Don't get me wrong. Daniel Day-Lewis has never done a bad performance. But I definitely don't think that was his strongest, and I'm sad if that's the one that he leaves on. It was not my favorite film for sure. But as far as my favorite Daniel Day-Lewis performance, I'd probably say Bill in... in Gangs of New York. I love that role. It's a tie between that and his role in There Will Be Blood. I drank your milkshake. I just love that part so much. The whole thing in the bowling alley is just so damn good. So those two. Inflamed Wood. Hefe, you don't understand women. You have to open them up like a flower. And when the power is ready, it will open up to you. It's like, when do you think Carmen will open her flower to you? Tonight. Or I will kill her. Tina says, I never saw Training Day either. We were sneaky on you, says Adam. What? How are you sneaky? How are you sneaky on me? Sensei is now the master. Yeah, dude, Sensei is just insane. I love Sensei so much. Where is he? He needs to email me. Adam says, we let you recover, then you then hit you again and again. I know, right? Like, y'all did get me. Like, I was just like, all right, everything's fine. And then I was like, oh my God. It just wouldn't stop. Tina says, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, big thumbs up. I know you are, but what am I? Know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Oh, I love Pee-wee. Sammy says, shh, I'm listening. Shh, I'm listening to reason. Oh, God, there's so many great parts. Yes, Stephanie, yes. Hyman says, I find it hilarious how Hook has mixed average reviews, shows the critic review. Yeah, you're right. So it shows that the critics aren't always right for sure. Yeah, it is interesting because people don't know that Hook is a mix, like around 50 or 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is not a well-loved film by critics by any means. The audience rating is very high, though, and I love it. It's one of my all-time favorites. Jason Clark says, Sensei Mike had to pawn his phone computer today to pay for all the super chats. That's why he isn't here. Or he's lurking in the shadows singing like, when can I subvert his expectations? Let's see. Neil says, Mr. Owen, staff arts, your school doesn't have teacher-run theater. Guess it's a Toronto thing. I'm a Catholic grade school teacher. No, so we have a theater at our school. And actually, funny story, my first year teaching at my school, or no, maybe it was my second year teaching, I was the lead in the high school musical because the director didn't have any guys to sing the part. And I felt so bad after. Luckily, all the guys, like when they got to know me, they like respected me and liked me. But it was one of the weirdest things ever because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm the lead in a high school production as a teacher. Never thought in a million years I would be a lead in a high school production ever again in my life. And it was interesting to say the least. Dave says, I was 20 when Star Wars came out, so not a kid. Yeah, I was a kid. I was a kid when the prequels came out. Lando says, Pee-wee's Big Adventure scared me more than The Exorcist. Hey, you know what? There are some scenes in Pee-wee's Big Adventure that are downright creepy. Alexander says, what is the worst love ship you have had the displeasure of knowing? Love ship? Like the Millennium Flamingo? Is that what you're talking about? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Tina says, There Will Be Blood is amazing. I'm finished. His last line in the bowling alley cracks me up. I know, right? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Neil says, Odin, you're becoming infamous. Infamous? You mean infamous? Infamous? No. Famous is when you're, infamous is when you're more than just famous. The infamous? The infamous El Guapo. B-Play says, how often do you yell at your class? Depends on the day. There are definitely times when I will be like going off on them often, but usually I don't have to. When I first started off, that was kind of my crutch I would go to because it was the only way to get them to shut up. Now there's other ways, like all I have to do is start writing a name down, and then instantly it's like, because they know, oh, the name means I got punished work, or it means that I'm going to be talked to, or something to that effect. So not as often as I once had to, for sure. Great Jedi, good evening, everyone. Hello, Great Jedi. McKenna Warfare says, Star Trek Troopers, did you never enjoy it? I never saw Star Trek Troopers. I know, there's so many films I need to see. So many. Run home, Jack. Run home, Jack. Smee, no, tell them to put it backwards. Pedro is using an Adobe. Can we all say that? Adobe. There's no basement in the Alamo. Alexander says, SJW triggering music playlist. Holding Out for a Hero. Ooh, that's a good song. The Boys Are Back by Dropkick Murphys. Wish I Was Queer by Bloodhound Gang. The Boys Are Back from High School Musical. Really? Oh, yeah, that's right. That would be one. That would be one for sure. Mr. Pete, thank you so much for the super chat. Second, today is my birthday. All I ask for is a few more subbies. So, guys, for Mr. Pete's birthday, go check out his channel. He's very close to 400 subs. Go give him some love. We got 52 people in here. If you're not subbed to his channel yet, give him some love for his birthday. And thank you very much, Mr. Pete. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was thinking of Holding Out for a Hero. Oh, I'm blanking on that show. I was in the musical version of Footloose, and it was so much fun. There's so many great songs in that. Super says, I've never seen Hook before. Was it too late for me? Oh, you need to watch it. Super, watch it. It's never too late. Watch it. You can enjoy it as an adult. It's great. It makes you, like, miss childhood. That's how I feel about it. Tina says, the Large Marge moment still scares the heck out of me. I agree. Oh, my God. The effects, I mean, it's claymation, but, oh, my God. You're so right. You're so right about that. Tell them that Large Marge sent ya. Hyron says, I just want to share when I watched the Shutter Island movie. I didn't know it was directed by Martin Scorsese. Weird. Yeah, that's a film when I first watched it, I thought, But then when I watched it a second and third time, I thought, actually, this is pretty good. I'm liking the story. Like, once the twist is revealed, that's when I'm able to enjoy it. Like, knowing that it's going to happen, it makes more things make sense. Yeah, dude, like, 54. Oh, my God, guys. Thank you. Matsuween says, the film series I always go to are the 1970s spaghetti westerns with Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer. They Call Me Trinity, directed by E.B. Clutcher, scored by Ennio Morricone. So I've never been a huge fan of the western genre in general, but Ennio Morricone, his score for The Hateful Eight was brilliant. I loved it. I'm so glad that he won for that one because it was so damn good. Mechanical Warfare says, what's scarier, Pando in a dark alley at night or a Star Wars celebration surrounded by SJWs led by Kathleen Kennedy and Crying Johnson? Well, if you mean like this year, or rather next year's celebration is not as scary because we're also going to have EVS there, Jeremy, Geese and Gamers. I think Ivan Ortega's finally be able to go there. I think they're trying to get some of the other team to go, so I think that's going to be an awesome experience. Like, I really do wish I could go, and I'm still thinking, like, I might be able to justify flying to Chicago for the weekend, not to go to Celebration, but at least to, like, hang out with people. So, yeah, I mean, but if you're talking about, like, not that one, but, like, literally all that's there is Kathleen Kennedy and the SJWs, I think Pando in the Dark is still scarier, because no one trusts Pando Lando in the dark, baby. Alexander says, a love ship is wanting some characters to be in love. What's the worst one you know? Oh, well, the worst one that I know now because of you is Arya and Jaime Lannister. Because of you. Thank you. Because of you. Super says, could not imagine you yelling. If I were in class, it would get me shut up pretty quick. I mean, I can get really loud. Like, yeah, when I go into teacher mode, it's crazy. Laura, Ryan stole my fanfiction story. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. $2 super chat. Hashtag Odin's light bulb or black light fund. Well, thank you. I do have the funds to get it at this point. I just did not have any time to get it today. So thank you. I appreciate that, Super. Or rather, I appreciate that, Laura. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can get really loud really quick. Donald Hudson says, just got the YouTube notification. Man, I hope I didn't miss anything. Yeah, an hour and 45 minutes in, and you just got the notification. That's the reason why you should donate on Streamlabs, people. Again, if you want to donate to the channel, if you want your message to pop up on screen, if you go through Streamlabs, none of that money goes to YouTube, and PayPal takes less of a cut, so more of it goes to the channel. So that way I can actually do giveaways and such. Adam Shawhan says, Pee-wee's Big Adventure watch party. I would be down for that, for sure. I think a lot of people in this chat would like to see that. We should definitely plan on doing maybe like once a week or so, trying to do like a movie watch together. That could be fun. Mr. Pete, thank you for your super chat again. Dave Bob says, have you read Old Man's War? Great book. No, I have not. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Good God, Niggle Noodles. If they do a Three Amigas spinoff, I'm done. I just quit Hollywood at that point. I just quit watching movies in general because that's just stupid. Super says, have you ever seen Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock series? I have. I'm behind by a season, but dude, it's fantastic. If you like Benedict Cumberbatch, but you've never seen his Sherlock series, some of it I believe is still on Netflix. Go watch it. It is so good. Yeah, Mr. Pete, show that love. McKenna Warfare says, you better have seen Mama Said. Mama Says, as stupid is, as stupid does. Yes, of course I have. That's a great film. Love, 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 love it. He's at 370 right now. Help him out. Great Jedi says, what the hell? You haven't seen Starship Troopers. Let's do a live stream and watch it together, or unsubs, #black. I'd be down for that. Great Jedi, I would totally be down for that for sure. I would absolutely be down for that. No question about it. I really would. I would absolutely support that for sure. Also, did someone just donate? I don't know if they did it right, though. Because I just got a notification that I got a donation from David? Or is that an old one? I just got an email. So, for some reason, I don't know if you filled out the information on the screen to put the message up there. But thank you if you did. If that was an accident, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, great chat. I'm open to that. I'm open up to doing movie nights. I'm open up to doing movie nights. I can't set the date right now, but I'm definitely open to it. Mr. Peabody says, I used to get kicked out of class for laughing. Sort of stupid when the teacher made the joke. That is stupid. Yeah, if the teacher makes the joke, I wouldn't send a student out for laughing if I made a joke. I wouldn't do that. I'm not that harsh. I can't stand people talking when I'm talking, or like just other stupid nonsense. Like that's the stuff that gets me. Talking behind my back is the worst. Mex says, the look on Hook's face when he witnesses how badly his men are losing to the Lost Boys on the ship is priceless. I agree, dude. Like, Dustin Hoffman in that film is just so damn good. So damn good. Dave Bob says, Star Wars is nothing but a Western in space. That's true. But you see, it's not a traditional Western. That's the reason why. There's more things for me to be interested in. Nothing against Westerns. I do like, for example, I like the remake to 3:10 to Yuma. I like a lot of the remakes that have been done in the Western genre. Magnificent Seven. I really like those too. So I feel like I need to give certain Westerns another chance because maybe I was just tired when I watched them. So maybe I need to come back to those. Mr. B says, was Hook the best bad movie ever made? It wasn't a bad movie, though. It was a great film. It was a really, really good film. I would not say it's the best bad film because I would not call it a bad film. Mex says, if you go to Chicago, you should go to Frontera Grill. Best Mexican cuisine I've ever had. Yet, the restaurant won the best restaurant in the country award from James Beard. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so if I decide to go, and again, I'll let y'all know, probably like, again, not until the spring if I know for sure. I'll let y'all know, and then I will be glad to get those recommendations, man. Yes, Tina at 9:57 posted my Streamlabs link. So again, if you want to donate and you don't want any money to go to YouTube, click on that link, follow the instructions. It's very straightforward, and you will have my infinite gratitude. You will get a shout out, and also you can give the giant middle finger to YouTube for taking things away. Pee-wee! All right, sounds like people are up for it. All right, so we're definitely going to do some. We're definitely going to do some streaming. Yes, Pee-wee Watch Party. All right, sounds good. All right, so it looks like we're going to be watching some movies soon. Hybrid says, have you ever seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? I have. I fell asleep. I was very bored by it. It made me fall asleep. I do want to watch it again, though. I do want to give it a fair shot because everyone said, oh, I would rewatch it. Mex says, also, Yoko's is literally around the corner from Frontera Grill. They made fresh churros to order that are fantastic. I do love churros. Ooh, I want to go to Chicago now. Haven't been in a while. Don says, our first movie should be Three Amigos. I mean, I feel like it kind of should be. I think the first film I'm going to do, though, is going to be the one that I said I was going to do. So the first film I'm going to do is The Exorcist, just so that y'all can see me scared. But as far as like the first movie that we actually watch together as a family, as a group, I would be down for that. I think what I'm going to do is I might let my patrons vote on it, or I'll let them select the films and then put the link on Twitter and then let people on Twitter vote for it. I don't know. I'm trying to find the best way to do it. I'm going to talk to my Valkyrie about that. Austin Powers is great, Laura. That's awesome. Super says, they never remake Three Amigos. The entire premise is cultural appropriation. Exactly. That's why we're safe. We're safe in never having to watch a remake of that film, because that is true. Great Jedi says, set the date. I will do that as soon as I can. I'll put an event on YouTube. So that way, if you check my channel, it should show up saying event set for this day, and you can set a reminder, because you know that YouTube will not remind you. Yeah, otherwise, Star Wars says, Starship Troopers, the first one is great as a popcorn film. It sucks as an adaptation of the novel by Heinlein, though. The 80s Japanese SST anime is the most accurate film so far. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things. I hear that a lot of people like Starship Troopers, so it's definitely on my list. Mr. Pete says, would you say Hook was the best bad movie ever made? I've already said no, because it's not a bad movie. It is not a bad movie. I love that film. Adam says, okay, today, class, we're going to watch a movie with a live stream today because my channel just became a Said So class. Adam, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. Could you imagine if I tried that in school one day, saying, all right, kids, just so you know, I'm pretty big. You might not know me, but I'm pretty big. I'm Odin. I'm Odin's Movie Blog. You probably heard of me, maybe. So I'm pretty big now, and so what we're gonna do is, because my stream is amazing, we're gonna do a live stream and we're gonna watch a movie together. Because of legal reasons, you can't be on the live stream. And if you talk, I'm going to write you up. So, and if you tell anyone, I'm gonna write you up. That would be hilarious. Alrighty. Greta says, what is your favorite foreign film? Ooh, Seven Samurai. Because I was thinking like of modern foreign films, but then it comes down to it, like, what's one of the greatest films ever made and also happens to be a foreign film? Seven Samurai. Easily Seven Samurai. I love that film so much. Hyman says, I hate types of people that always have to talk about identity politics. I do too. Beepley says, what do you do when you catch a student cheating at a test? I got yelled at once in front of the whole class, and then the teacher called my parents, but they did not give a crap. So if only, and this is a true fact, when I say only one student has ever cheated on a test, I mean only one student. Like, it's not that only one student's ever been caught. No one, because the way I do tests is I walk around, I check every area to see like if there's anything being hidden. So only one person tried to cheat on a test. And he got caught. He was trying to hide himself. He had his study guide out, and I caught him. I picked up his paper, and I was very angry. It was my first year teaching, so I was like livid, and I just didn't know how to handle myself. So I walked away, breathed, and then I said, get out. And then I emailed the office, and then they took care of it. So he got a 0 on it, and hurt his grade for a very long time, and he's no longer at the school. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, so if I ever caught someone again, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd just say, get out. You're done. Super says, no, it's just a regular stream, but gotta ask, since you mentioned teaching, did you go to Catholic school? And if you did, what was the worst thing you did in school? I did go to Catholic school, and very briefly, because again, yeah, it's not the day to ask those kind of questions, but I will answer the worst thing that I ever did. I'll have to think about that. We'll save that for an open forum. Let's save that for an open forum, because I want to give you an honest answer. Tina says, so Pee-wee's Big Adventure, The Exorcist, everybody start finding your copies. Exactly. Oh, and also Three Amigos. We are going to watch Three Amigos at some point. Mechanical Warfare says, if you had to choose one movie by Robin Williams, which one would you choose? My favorite is Good Morning Vietnam. Good shout. So Robin Williams, I love his dramatic performance in Good Will Hunting. So Good Will Hunting's up there as far as his dramatic performances go. As far as his comedic performances, Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire for sure. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. It's such an underrated film. Neil says, Lord Odin, it will be a good idea to watch Pee-wee after the healing process. Yes, so we watch the scary movie first. We get Exorcist out of the way, and then the next film that we watch is like Pee-wee or Three Amigos. No, I think the first one should be Three Amigos. Like, we watch Three Amigos together, we have a laugh, we have a ball, and then we watch We watch Pee-wee after that. I think that would be a good stuff. Lando says, got my copies ready, baby. Voting poll says Adam. So Adam, I think what's going to do is on Patreon, I'm going to let my patrons recommend like movies. I think we're set on those films, but I'll let them vote on other films. And then I'll probably put like a poll out on Twitter. I think that's just the fairest way to do it because I don't think there's a way to do polling in a YouTube chat. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that out there, and then I'll let people choose like what we watch first. So I think Exorcist is for sure the first thing that I'm going to watch, and then everything else can be voted on. And then it's going to be like most votes, second most votes, third most votes, and then that's going to be the order. Hybrid says, I don't know if this has been asked of you, Odin, but what was your first film in your life that has kind of changed your view and perspective differently on films? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a very deep question. So the question is like, what's like a movie or the first film that kind of changed my perspective on the film industry in general, I guess you're trying to say, or films in general? One of the problems with being a film buff is that you see so many movies that sometimes it's hard to keep track, or at least for me, it's hard to keep track because my ADD is just all over the place. I would probably say when I was in college, one of the first movies I had to watch for my communications classes was Psycho. And that was the first film that we had to like dive into to see all of the different like shots that were being used, how cinematography was used, how music was used. And it was at that moment I realized, wow, there are movies that are so much more than just their basic plot. So probably Psycho in college. It's a good question. B-Plea says, Hail Lord Fleas. Mechanical Warfare. Who is your all-time favorite villain? Ooh, favorite villain of all time. So I'm assuming that means of any franchise. Who is a bad guy I love to hate or hate to love? Random says just stream public domain films. Are there a lot of public domain movies? Are there any good public domain movies? Favorite villain. All-time favorite movie villain. I don't know. Y'all get me with some questions. I always have to look at my Blu-ray shelf because I have to get my mind because my mind's all over the place. I have to get myself like in the right kind of headspace to make that decision. Let's see. Favorite villain. Favorite villain. Favorite villain. I don't know. I'm going to have to say I don't know. I'm going to have to do a rain check on that one. I honestly don't know. Obviously, Darth Vader is an obvious answer because he really is great. The Emperor is really great too. I really love Jafar. Jafar is a really great villain. I really also love, in the original Spider-Man, I love what they were able to do with the Green Goblin, to be honest. Dave Bob says, one reboot I would love to see is Firefly with the original cast minus Alan Tudyk because he died in Serenity. I mean, obviously I would love to see them do the show. I would love to see them pick up the show before the events of Serenity, just so that way everyone comes back. I would love to see that personally. I would love to see that back. Don Hudson says, Princess Bride was a joke. Sorry, I wanted to see your reaction. Inconceivable! Have fun storming the castle. Hybrid says, do you think The Dark Knight is a bit overrated? No, not at all. I mean, I love the film, but I kind of find it ridiculous how the fans users kept the rating high until number 4 on IMDb. I think it's deserving of that for sure. It's great. It's a great film. I love that film so much. And Flamewood says Aladdin. Hello, everybody. Laura, yes. Thank you, Laura, for the donation. So again, this is a Streamlabs donation. So again, your name, your donation, your message, everything still pops up if you go through Streamlabs. And YouTube got none of this, and most of it goes to me and to the channel and not to PayPal. So thank you. And Laura says, Agador Spartacus? He goes by, he likes being called by both names. Oh my God, the birdcage. Yes, Laura, the birdcage needs to be added to our list. I love the birdcage so much. Oh my God. Yes, talking about Robin Williams movies. Oh, that's a good one. I love Mrs. Doubtfire, but that is also a really, really good shout. Oh, man. We have to put that on the list, guys. That's oh, I love that one so much. Robin Williams with Superhuman says super. I agree. I absolutely agree with you there. Alexander says, do your school students watch you on YouTube? Most of them don't know about this channel. Previous channels that I've had, yes. But this channel, only one knows because I work with him over the summer. But to my knowledge, I've never seen anyone in the chat. I've never heard anyone say anything at school. I mean, I started this at the end of May, so the school year had pretty much ended. So I'll be interested to see if anyone finds it for sure. I, for one, really hate looking at teachers as at a different level. F school, no offense to teachers, my miserable fortune. I'm sorry to hear that, Alexander. I'm sorry to hear that that you had a bad experience. I personally love school. When I was a teenager, personally, I just really liked it a lot. I had a good experience overall. 8th grade year sucked, of course, because I was just getting used to high school. But overall, so I saw that Geeks and Gamers just went live, so I'm sure we're going to lose some people. That's okay. Jenny Clark says, Odin's beard looks like Robin Williams' hairy knuckles. I love Robin Williams' stand-up, too. Definitely his stand-up is great. A Grey Jedi says, let me know when you watch Three Amigos. You're going to need Hispanic representation in order not to get banned for cultural appropriation. Super says, Spirited Away. That's a good one. Tina, thank you for shouting out the Patreon link. Hybrid says, awesome Odin. Yes, Psycho was very influential. Mine was the first Blade Runner Final Cut. That's a good one too. I love the Final Cut. Definitely the superior version. Ooh, Hypern. Darth Vader, Heath Ledger's Joker. Those are two great ones. Definitely some of my favorites. Vader, Joker. Darth Raven says me. Mechanical Warfare says, I believe Army of Darkness is public domain. Ooh, that could be one to add to the list. B Please says, wow, why does it make you mad when someone cheats? I've been cheating my whole life, even used my students' grants to pay my classmates to write my essay. It worked pretty well. I don't like it. I mean, obviously I have to enforce it as a teacher, but to me, it's just like, especially for my class, I give my kids everything that they need to succeed. Like, I make the class, if they just pay attention, they will pass. So for someone to try and cheat is just like an insult to me, like, because of all the work that I put in. That's the reason why. Steppenwolf, Doomcock, Negan, Adam Shaw, and I agree. Negan's a good one. Jason Clark, digital cookie for you, Jason Clark. Ryan Johnson is my favorite movie villain. Yes. Lando Calrissian says, damn you, Hudson. He won that one for sure. Super says, favorite villains, Joker, Tom Hardy, Bane, Hans Gruber. Ooh, Hans Gruber's a good one. Cloud, Frollo, Doc Ock, Clayton from Tarzan. Dude, Frollo, that's a good one. Dark fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is causing me to sin. It's not my fault, mea culpa. I'm not to blame, mea culpa. Mea maxima culpa. Oh, I love that musical so much. Here is my boomstick. Tina says, all right, Tina, at 10:11, shout out the Streamlabs link. So if you want to support the channel but don't want YouTube to get any money, go through Streamlabs. It's better. B please, IMDb versus Rotten Tomatoes. I prefer Rotten Tomatoes, personally. I love the fact, the reason why I love Rotten Tomatoes, despite the fact that obviously they fix some scores, but the reason why I love it is because they have an audience rating and a critic rating. And when you dive further into both, you can get more truth out of it. IMDb, it's just the users. And I just don't think it's as reliable. So I personally like that one because a critic rating and an audience rating tell two very different stories. And so I feel like putting them together gives you the clearest image about what a film is. So if a film has a very low critic rating, but a high audience rating, it's very likely that the film might not be Oscar worthy, but is a fun action film, a fun popcorn flick, a film that you would enjoy seeing. Now, when it's a high critic rating and a low audience rating, Last Jedi, it is more likely that it's an art house film that only critics would like, that audiences just did not appreciate. So, or obviously or rightfully hated because it was stupid and critics just can't get their heads out of their asses. Winston Major says, started seeing movies differ when, after watching many channels that ripped movies apart, you realize how many levels of competence, creativity, and art there are in movie making. I agree, yeah. I mean, going through school, like studying film through school was definitely eye-opening to me because I always just enjoyed films. But now when I go in, there are just so many more things I notice. The lighting, the focus of the cinematography, the production design. There's just so many elements that make a film, that build up a film. And it's amazing. So, yeah, I agree with you. Greta says, asked you earlier, but you missed it. Favorite improvised moment by Robin Williams? All of the genie in Aladdin. Because I want to say most of the genie impersonations and lines were improvised by Robin Williams. And apparently the rumor is that there is some like long cut of him just riffing. And I really hope that it's uncovered one day, or maybe it already exists. I don't know. But, man, such a great thing. Shop smart. Shop S-smart. Studio Ghibli films are great. Adam Shawhan says, in reality, it takes a great teacher sometimes to make a true difference. I agree, for sure. But it also takes a student that is willing to learn, or is willing to at least be open to the possibility of learning too. And that's the struggle that I always run into, is that I'm never going to say or call myself a great teacher just because it's beyond me to say those things. But I think that I can always engage with and help a student who at least wants to be helped, who at least wants or is at least open to it. When you have those students that are just closed off to it, just want to be goofballs, just want to not learn anything, just want to reject everything, it's impossible to really reach out to them in that way. Max says, Robin Williams' stand-up is references to recreational areas and waste disposal plants. Dude, I love his stand-up, man. I love it. He's so good. He's so damn good. Sebastian Nocturne, what's up? Good evening, Odin and Valkyries. A bit more than fashionably late, but in time to drop a like and worship the beard. Well, thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate that. Hiram says, Kathleen Kennedy is a better evil villain. Ooh, maybe. McKenna Warford says, only had 3 cool teachers in school. My favorite advice before university, though, was even if you don't know the answer, just write something and try to make it look good. That's very good advice, and it's very, very true. It's very true. Like, don't ever leave an answer blank. Give an educated guess because you can at least get partial credit. Yeah, cheating is lazy, Dave Bob, for sure. Alexander says, if you see one of your students in chat, will you treat them as people and not as students? I never want to hear Odin's homework reminders. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to handle it because it hasn't happened yet, and I don't know what will happen when it does. I might even just ignore it, to be honest. Like, that might be the way I handle it. Maybe if I see it's a student, I'll just ignore the comments. Or I'll address in some way. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle it quite yet. Greg Jedi says, Hades from Hercules. Ooh, that's another good one. Super says, fun fact. Did you know that Hunchback of Notre Dame had 4 times the budget of Beauty and the Beast? Hunchback cost 100. Really? I did not know that. I mean, I love it. Like, I think the score is fantastic. Oh, one of my babies is awake and at my feet. Go to bed, baby. Go to bed. You're being good. Oh, no, the others. Oh, boy, they're both awake. Well, that was nice while it lasted, guys. Hybrid says, what are your thoughts about Rotten Tomatoes giving a 97% 97 higher Rotten Tomatoes for Black Panther compared to The Dark Knight 94? I think a lot of it actually was political. Like, that's the reason why you're hearing a lot of people say, oh, Black Panther might be considered for the Oscars, because it's actually true. It might be considered for the Oscar. It shouldn't be. I don't think that it should be the first Marvel film to be able to get that recognition, or even the best, the first superhero film to get that kind of recognition, because to me, was it a good film? Yeah. Was it the best film? No. Was it one of the best films? I wouldn't even say that much. And I really do think that it's because of the cast and the subject matter that it's getting as much love as it is. And some people might not like that opinion. Some people might question that opinion. But I'm sorry. I just call it like I see it. And when I see the ratings for that film, I thought to myself, I know why they're giving it high ratings. I'm sorry, but... Tina says, I'll be right back. I have to turn off the AC. I'm freezing. Glad that you're back. Star Wars says, I have to go. Why'd you put in there? Oh, Mass Effect. Okay, gotcha. I just didn't get it. Mechanical Warfare says, the Genie Extended Cut is as the director commentary version of Aladdin, but it isn't sold anymore because Robin Williams wasn't always PG. Oh, no. Mechanical, let me know. because you have my email address. Let me know if you ever find it, or anyone, if you ever find it or find a way that I can watch it, please let me know. Hybrid says, my mind was literally blown the first time I found out that Sam Raimi directed the Spider-Man trilogy and was the same guy who did Evil Dead. I know, right? Like, such a good stuff. All right, guys. I know why Black Panther is a big deal too. Yep. Everyone knows why it is. All right, guys. So let's start to wrap things up. You know what? Let me see. How much did we make tonight? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're going to do a donate. We are going to do a gift tonight. We're going to do one giveaway tonight. I can justify doing one giveaway tonight. So, Valkyrie, go ahead and collect those digital cookies. Tina says, I know you've never seen the TV show, but for best bad guy, I picked Bob from Twin Peaks. He was also in the movie prequel Firewalk with Me, Nightmarish. Ooh, interesting. Yes, the puppies are awake. All right. Odin, watch out. Sensei is coming. I don't know, man. I don't think Sensei's here tonight. He needed to recover. Star Wars True Canon, later do great discussion. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm putting my phone down, guys. While my Valkyrie shout out things, I'm going to go ahead to my Patreon real quick. All right, so I want to give, again, a huge shout out to my patrons. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are the ones that help support me to continue doing this, to be able to add more content. I'm going to try and make more things. Shahan, especially, you gave me some really great recommendations. I'm going to try and work on my Patreon tiers and also what I offer my patrons as well. So I just want to thank y'all so much for being my patrons. So Adam Shahan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Inflamed Wood. Oh my goodness. So that's the reason why it got up there. So Inflamed Wood, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Jeffrey Toon, Sly Jones, the DJ D Show, those two ball guys, and Tina Bennett. You are a part of my Asgardian army. You are all amazing. I love y'all so much. Thank you. And I will be trying to contact you soon about voting on certain things. And again, I'm going to try and make more Patreon content in the future. So, all right, I'm back in the chat, guys. Let's see what's going on later. Do great discussion. Alexander says, why would you ignore students in your chat? I don't know. Mostly because if they were here to engage and to ask questions about movies, I would probably be okay with it. I would probably, let them, I'd probably engage with them. But the students that I know who would be active in the chat, most of them would just be a bunch of jackasses. And so I would just ignore it, and I'd probably, actually, you know what? I'd probably make my Valkyrie, or even I would time them out or hide them from the channel. And the only reason why, again, it's not me trying to be mean. It's just that I want to make sure they don't do anything stupid that will get them in trouble. That's the main reason why, because kids are stupid, man. Yeah, dude, Inflamed Wood, shaka, bruh. Patron tiers. Puppies are building a scaffold trying to get to the light to replace the ball. They're trying to fix it. All right, so my Valkyrie just posted, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the screen one more time to get that message up, and also to put up random name picker. All right, let's see. And then keep in mind, guys, if you got a digital cookie tonight and you've won in the past and your gifts are on the way or about to be sent out, I'm not going to... you're not going to be in the running for this, but your cookies do count for the monthly giveaway. I'm going to try and get that up probably towards the end of August, maybe beginning of September, because I do want to try and do something special for that. So just stay posted on that for the future. All right, so I'm pulling up the chat right now. All right, so Shenlong, Nickel Noodles, Nichols11, Dave Bob, Jason Clark, Mr. Pete, Laura. Bulk of them are super chats. So Peabody has already won one. Be please. And I don't think Jason Clark has gotten one yet. So let's go ahead and put those names in. So be please. Jason Clark. All right, so those are the ones that got it who are eligible today. All right, so Shenlong, I don't know if he's still here. Shenlong. That's all good. Alex G, Dave Bob. I don't think they've won yet. Tina's already got something. Jason Clark has 2. All right, Jason Clark has 2. So Jason Clark's name will go in again. Let's see. Pin Drop has 2. No, Pin Drop already won. So Pin Drop's got one coming. All right, so Neil Coolin. I don't think he's won yet. Nickel has already won, I believe. I have Dave Bob, Jason Clark. Mr. Pete's already run one. Laura's already run one. Enough. All right, so I think that's it. So, Valkyrie, listen up. I've got B Please, Jason Clark twice, Shanglong, Alex G, Dave Bob, and Neil. So I'm going back to the chat right now. Did I miss anybody? Brad is not in the chat. He did not get a cookie tonight. Not the bees. So did that sound right, Valkyrie? Did I miss one who has not already won already? Let me know. Jason Clark is crossing his fingers. Well, you got 2 entries, man. Nope, you are good. All right, cool. Cool. B Please has not won yet. So, all right. I think everyone's good. Everyone's good. Donald Hudson, good night, baby. May the force be with you. Good night, Lando. All right, so the winner of tonight's giveaway is Dave Bob. Dave Bob, are you in the chat? Dave Bob, are you in the chat? Congratulations, Dave Bob. And Dave Bob, have you won before? I don't think you've won before. Dave Bob, are you still in the chat? Not Brad. Congratulations, Dave Bob. Is Dave Bob still in the chat? I is here. Congratulations, Dave Bob. Yeah. All right, so Dave Bob, here's what you got to do. You got to email me, odinsmovieblog@gmail.com, and I will let you know what your options are. Congratulations, Dave Bob. Yes, Dave Bob. I will let you know what your options are, and then we'll get that figured out. So please email me tonight because I've got these that I want to try and ship out tomorrow. So that way everyone gets their stuff. So I do already have the gifts for, I've got Adams, I've got Pin Drop, Hyperins, I've got special one for Tina for my Valkyrie. That was one of the gifts. I also have got the people who won Full Metal Jacket and Ted. I've got y'all's. And then I also have Because Reasons Blu-ray too. So I'm going to try and get all those shipped out tomorrow. So please, Dave Bob, please email me. Yes, congrats. Love. All right, so now I'm going to look and let us start saying our goodbyes, people. Not as an eventful tonight, but I think that we had a pretty great stream, pretty fun time. I think tomorrow I will be taking the night off. So I'll let y'all know. I say that. I probably should do a low council, right? I should do a low council, right? Start signing all gifts. Really? I mean, guys, I do write on every single one. Like, except for these. I haven't written on these yet because there's really no place for me to write. But on the Blu-rays that I burn, those do have my writing on it, just not my signature. Yeah, the high council tomorrow, but I usually do a low council. So should I do a low council tomorrow? So again, if you want to watch the High Council, Max says, duh. Yeah, the High Council is great, and I always recommend it. But there's sometimes people who think the chat is just a little too much, and just it's a little too crazy for them. So I offer the Low Council as an alternative. So that way we can have a nice, relaxed chat, have some fun, and just see what's going on. So let's see. Yes, good idea. All right, good night. Yes, Low Council, definitely. All right, cool. All right, so my plan is to go on tomorrow. I will let people know on Twitter if that changes. And so please also, if you're not on Twitter, look out for the event, because I will create an event if it's going to happen, probably when I get home around 4 or 5 o'clock. So please be on the lookout for that. And if I decide not to do a Low Council, it's going to be because of stuff at home, because obviously Freya is still sick. I didn't get a text, so I think that she's okay. She's probably asleep at this point, but we'll see. Yes, Low Council. Yes, sign all gifts. Mr. Peabody, I'll do what I can. I already sent yours out, Mr. Peabody, so I'll see what's about that. Yes, I already shouted out the patrons. I'll shout out the patrons one more time. Rubes, Tina, Nickel Noodles, Dave Bob, Time. Dave Bob, also email me very soon. So time, it's going to be around the same time. So between 7 and 8 o'clock start time, Central Standard Time. Take care, Freya. Yeah, I will let Freya know that y'all care about her. That's fine. It's just a sock. But thank you, Mr. Peabody. And Flamewood, yes, thanks to the Valkyries. Super. I will definitely say that. Thank you so much. Low Council. Yeah. Mr. Peabody, have a good one, man. Have a good one. I will tell her that y'all are thinking about her for sure. Thank you so much. Doomcock just went live. Perfect. All right, so now everyone can go over to Doomcock. Geeks and Gamers was just live too, so those are also options. Doomcock is going live, baby. See ya, Meatbag, says Max. See ya, Hound 3000. All right, guys, so go check out Doomcock or Geeks and Gamers. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all are amazing. I love you guys so much. Y'all are fantastic. Have a great night. Mechanical warfare as always, and God bless. Love you guys.